Welcome to AtariAge Day 2, or Part 2. And we're going to name this Summer Edition now.
Summer Edition, yes.
Because there's going to be another edition in the winter,
in
November.
Hopefully.
For the all the other AtariAge releases that are coming out of PRGE.
That's awesome.
So that's very exciting.
Yes.
We're going to do it all over again in a couple months.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me, too. It's a lot of fun talking to the developers. And today we're going to be talking to a whole bunch more developers in Part 2. We're going to be talking with Óscar Toledo Gutierrez for Akalabeth, Jared Gray West for Spies in the Night 2, Mathew Halpern for Fly Hunter and Mattress Monkeys, Steve Engelhardt for Drone Patrol, Darryl Guenther for Block'em Sock'em, Robert Anschuetz, Eric Anschuetz, and John Weisgerber for AWA Anthology. And we're going to be playing Xenowings and Jumping at Shadows, who the developers are not able to be with us today, unfortunately. It doesn't work out for absolutely everyone.
Timing-wise, it can be a little rough.
For some,
yes.
But we've got a whole bunch of developers to talk with. So, first up, I think we'll get right into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And start unboxing
Yes.
and playing and talking with people.
Yeah.
So, first up, we have Akalabeth from Óscar Toledo Gutierrez, who's known as Nanochess on the AtariAge forums. He is a two-time Atari Homebrew Award winner for Aardvark, and his new release, the first release of an Intellivision game by AtariAge. So this is quite special. We have him on the line, so let's go to him right now. Please welcome to AtariAge Day Part 2 and ZeroPage Homebrew, Óscar. Welcome, Óscar.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
Very nice, thank you.
Excellent. So this release right here of Akalabeth is not only special because it's the first time ever an Intellivision game has been released through AtariAge, but the artwork on this release is also very special for multiple reasons. For one, the artwork is stunning and makes for such a striking, incredible poster that's inside that we're going to show off. And the second reason is the artwork is done by legendary artist Denis Lebeau, if I'm saying that correctly, or Denis Lubet, that worked on just about every Ultima and Wing Commander release, including the original release of this game in 1980. So can you tell us about how you came to be working with Denis or Denis?
Well, the game for Intellivision was made in 2021, in June. It was basically an experiment on developing the game Akalabeth for Intellivision. And I put some posts about the game in the forums. People started looking at it and they liked it. And I finished the game relatively fast. And Albert posted that he would be very interested in publishing the game in AtariAge.
Yeah.
And then the wheels started running. It took years, 2 years, for finding the graphic designer, Denis.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised because the designer is the same that did the original artwork for Akalabeth. And I felt honored, of course. And it's amazing. It's a great artwork, very well painted, and it's a nice finish. It's simply amazing. And the game is also a demonstration of the power of the television, because the graphics have certain subroutines for displaying the graphics that could be possible in the 80s, because this cartridge has extra memory for building the graphics.
Okay.
And the graphics of the game are displayed in several layers. The visual dip. Deep. And it looks certainly impressive on the original hardware, because I preserved all the original game from Apple II on the television. So there is nothing missing here.
Nice. So let's fire up the game here for everyone to check it out. And we are playing it on an original system with RGB out, so it looks absolutely gorgeous, as everyone can see. And we have an external controller here plugged into the new IntelliPort, so we're able to use a 9-pin joystick on the original Intellivision here. So you have the options of classic and color. So for the people who want to play it really old school, they can play it in black and white, or they can go for color. We're going to go for color.
Yes.
And some very nice animated intro screens here. So I'm guessing maybe you're a fan of the Ultima series. I know Albert is a massive, massive fan of Ultima, as you probably know by now. I played through Ultima 1 through 4 and a little bit of 5 in the 80s on my Commodore 64, and also Ultima Online. So was Akalabeth an idea that originated with you, or was it a collaborative idea? I mean, you touched on it a little bit in the first answer that you gave. So were you a fan of Ultima, and is this why it spawned the game?
I have been a fan of Richard Garriott since the 80s. I mean, the man went to the space.
Yes.
So Akalabeth was started as an experiment, because I wanted to run it in GW Basic in an IBM PC. And I made the port, and then I went to MCX, the Japanese computer.
Okay.
And the Intellivision was the third port. And I was pretty surprised, because Albert told to me, I can make this a fully licensed game. And I was, that will be very nice. And it happens, Richard Garriott basically lived two blocks from Albert.
Oh, wow.
So Albert only had to go to his home and ask for permission.
So he could physically walk over and talk to Richard Garriott and say, Lord British, please grant us permission to release this amazing game on the Intellivision. That's really cool that he said.
A great coincidence.
Said, okay.
And I was reading that Dennis also lived very, very near from Albert.
Oh, wow. Coincidence? I don't know. Maybe Albert planned that out when he moved there. That's really cool. So did you feel a lot of pressure to live up to expectations when making a port of an existing game from a beloved franchise such as Ultima? Because a lot of eyes would be on this, and people would be like, oh, this is a great game, it has to be perfect. So there's probably a lot of pressure, right?
Yes, because it's a classic. So when I made the game, I showed some animated GIFs on the on AtariAge.
Yeah.
Some people told me there is a grammar mistake there. And he said, no, that's the original game. Exactly the same.
Oh, perfect. So you're so
I
true
don't
to the
even
original
change
game. You
it a
kept
single
the.
letter.
Oh wow. Didn't change one thing. So you were very meticulous in making sure
Yes.
that it was
That's
exactly
the
right.
exactly. Because of that, the two mods, classic and color. Classic
Right.
is exactly like the Apple II version,
Yeah.
and color it has some innovation that I considered were fit the game.
Right.
Like different background color for the dungeons per depth level. The music, it has different music per the dungeons or the map or the store.
Yeah.
Um, my brother composed the music for this game. My brother Adam Toledo,
Nice.
and he made even a song for the game that is included in the compact disc of the game.
Oh, nice.
Because Albert, well, this was an idea from my brother. The soundtrack, yes, that's the right word. The soundtrack for the game is available on a CD, and this CD contains the song with real instruments, and
Oh, wow.
it is pretty impressive, the quality of the song composed by my brother,
Yes.
and adds to the environment of the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. So you could play the CD while you're playing the game, and you'll get fully immersed into the game. So, in the original Apple II game, there was an option to pick a random seed, so that there was a possibility to return to the same world. So does your version of the game use the same algorithm to generate the world? And did you consider putting in the option to pick the same world to return to? Because it asks you, oh, what is your favorite number? And then it based the world on
Yes,
this
yes.
favorite number.
Well, the Apple II did not have a proper random number generator. So many
Okay.
games requested you to type a seed, no? A seed.
Right.
But in the television, we have a kind of clock internally. So we have a new seed every time. So sorry to everyone, but every time the maps are different.
gives
But the
gives more of
algorithm
a
is the
challenge.
same. So,
Yeah.
yes, the mazes are the same as the original game. The algorithm for generation of the maze. This means the no two runs are the same.
Okay. Yeah. So no speed runs in the same world.
That's right.
And speaking of speed runs, you've kept it old school and didn't include a save feature like the original version, the Apple II version. I was wondering how many times you've played through the game right to the end, and how long do you think on average would some like a decently skilled player who's played the game a little bit would take to complete a run through of the game?
Well, I can take you anything from, depending on the random seed, from 1 hour to 4 hours.
Okay.
Well, si you don't take any pause. I took 4 hours to test the game, one of my runs, because I tested it several times, so to check for any bug.
Right.
And one of my rounds took 4 hours. I have to tell that it was an amazing run. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, and it's not uncommon for somebody who's going to sit down at a game like this, an RPG, to expect to not do like 15 minutes or half an hour. They're usually like, you play RPGs
Oh, yeah.
quite a bit, and she stays on them for hours, so it's not uncommon that somebody would be able to dedicate the time without a save feature to be able to get through a full game of Akalabeth.
Yes, because as the maps are random, there are several dungeons, and you need to explore the dungeons, looking for the targets put by Lord British.
Yes, that's right. He sends you on quests. Go bring me this. Yes.
Yes.
So this is essentially has been retroactively dubbed Ultima Zero. So any plans for more Ultima, or you're happy with making this game, like making Ultima 1 or the weird Ultima 2 or Ultima 3 for Intellivision or any other system?
I really don't know at this time. It's like a special moment when you can make a game, but see if it's possible, I would like to do it.
Yeah. You've done an excellent version here of this game.
Thank you.
Because I never played this game. I played Ultima 1 through 5, but never this one. But looking at videos online, this is an excellent representation of the original games, staying very true, faithful to it.
Yes, thank you.
So, before we let you go, do you have any upcoming games you'd like to talk about? I know you've programmed for many, many systems. I have your book in the other room talking about programming for Atari 2600, and I study it for making my own 2600 games. So, any more upcoming games that you're working on right now?
Yes, in fact, I remember you made me some comments about the book, and thank you for that. Yes, I'm going to publish Pumpkin Taxi for Intellivision near Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Yes, another game, and it's coming in a trilogy because apparently I've made 6 pumpkin games, so a second trilogy is going to be published this month, I think. What other things I'm doing? It's more a side project because I tend to research sometimes. But I'm doing a floating point proteins for television. I'm doing also some game for Nintendo for Famicom.
Oh, nice.
Because I have finished my CB Basic compiler for Nintendo.
Oh, very nice.
And it works very fine, but it needs more sampler games. I'm doing things every day. Lots of things going on.
Yes, yeah. You're a very busy person writing books and releasing games, and yeah, you're very prolific. So thank you for this wonderful gift that fans of Ultima and fans of RPGs are going to enjoy. And we're definitely going to give it a full playthrough on the show coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is really fun. So thank you so much for coming on to talk about this new release of your game. It's absolutely beautiful from packaging to gameplay. And we will speak with you online.
Thank you.
Thank you, Óscar. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the game. Bye.
We will. Excellent. Yeah, you love RPGs.
I love RPGs.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's good times.
So, today's going to be a lot of switching out of consoles and systems. So
yes.
We're going to be switching out to the 7800. I tried to minimize them and group them together. So let me turn off the Intellivision, and we will
say goodbye to Óscar.
Say goodbye to Óscar. Bye-bye. and switch it out for an Atari 7800. I did a pretty good job of keeping the boxes cleaned up yesterday, so I'm going to maintain that as well, so I don't have a big mess.
A big
like I
stack
usually
of boxes.
do
Yeah.
for AtariAge Day. I just have strewn cartridges and empty boxes and plastic protectors everywhere. Yeah, we'll do a... So the next game up we're going to be playing is actually 2600. So
Okay.
I'll switch it out to the 7800 when it's just before it's time. So that's so I've set it up pretty good.
Okay, good.
So the next game up is Spies in the Night 2
Ooh.
by Jared Gray West. So let me get that one prepared and get Jared on the line. There we go. Connecting up there. And let me get out the box in preparation.
Very nice.
Yeah, Al commented that the webcam was washed out. Yeah, I had it set differently yesterday, but I've now set it again
You've set
properly.
it back. Yeah, good.
Because
Yeah.
I was on auto contrast and it
Oh,
didn't do
it goes
exactly
a little,
perfect job
yeah.
of that. Yes, so
A software issue. Yeah.
it's a software issue.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we've ironed out all the other issues, hopefully.
I hope
as
so.
well. So we had a couple issues, very minor
You
ones
did
yesterday.
pull out the IPA and
Yes.
Yes.
Clean some contacts.
some of the contacts were causing problems.
Yes.
So yesterday. Yeah.
Hopefully that's all solved.
Yes.
So, I would like to welcome to AtariAge Day, developer of Spies in the Night 2 for the 2600, Jared Gray West, a 5-time Atari Homebrew Award nominee, and Spies in the Night 2 was nominated for Best Game, Best Graphics, Best Music and Sound, and Best Work in Progress. And we had the exclusive world premiere of Spies in the Night 2 on my birthday, October 3rd, 2018.
There you go.
7 years ago.
Wow.
And I was really happy then because this was very anticipated after I played Spies in the Night. So please welcome to AtariAge Day, Jared Gray West. Welcome, Jared.
Hello. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear and see you.
Awesome.
So far, we've been having very good luck with all of our guests, actually.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
So
hey James, hey Tanya, hey Kat. Glad to be on the show. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
Cats
much.
are happy.
Yeah, cats are happy you're here too.
Yeah.
They're resting right
resting on the floor, but
we
that's
can
okay.
tell.
Yeah.
now. So,
They jinx it.
so let's talk about the packaging of Spies in the Night 2. It's got 2 credits, Scott Dayton and Tony Morse. So if you can talk about like the look and the design and what they contributed and your collaboration with them to work on the design of the packaging.
Sure. Yeah. So Scott did the.
Oh, you lost him.
One second. Sorry.
Oh.
Lost you for a second. Let's go back. There we go. Sorry.
Is that better?
Yeah. My
Okay. Yeah. So so I worked with Scott on starting with the release of Spies in the Night 1, and he has an incredible artist. I mean, beyond just kind of a general idea of this being a noir game with spies in it, I didn't really give him a lot of direction, and his artist just came up with amazing packaging for this and sort of carried the theme on through this one. I love so much what he did with the lasers and the copy on the front of the box, and it was just incredible. I mean, I don't even recall suggesting any changes to it when I saw, because the art was just so beautiful. I fell in love with it right away.
Yeah, it has that great. I mean, obviously following the theme of the game itself in the black and white noir, it looks really great. And so let's unbox it here and show everybody. And of course, all the AtariAge games come with a beautiful manual as well.
Very nice.
In the same theme, same look to it. So let's pop in the game. and take a look at this. And I've been a champion of this game for so long because I just love the gameplay. I don't know. Well, I do know what it is. I love just every aspect of it, and it really reminds me of Impossible Mission in some ways because of the randomness of the rooms you go into and the challenges in each of those rooms. So let me pop it in here, and we'll switch over to the game.
Ready.
And this is definitely not impossible.
That one, right?
Yeah. Very achievable, but very challenging too. So, Tanya's going to go for it. Like I said, this has been a highly anticipated release by me for many years, so I'm really happy to have it in the box now, because I really enjoyed the atmosphere of the first Spies in the Night, and of course playing it for the first time almost exactly 7 years ago. This sequel takes the game franchise kind of to the next level with even more challenges. So what motivated you to create a follow-up to the first game and kind of expand the world of Spies in the Night?
Yeah, so I've done a few games, and I'm usually mostly interested in sort of exploring some different gameplay concepts rather than pushing the hardware. I mean, I leave pushing the hardware to the pros. I like to make my games look nice, but I put a lot of time into polishing the sprites and the animation, but I'm mainly concerned with sort of different, never before seen on the 2600 gameplay concepts.
Yes.
And so I've done quite a few gameplay experiments that the public has never seen just because they weren't fun for one reason or another. Some of them make it to the prototype stage and get released on the forums, and they just never make it into a game. And some of them, like Spies in the Night, they just really seem to grab people for some reason, and then that's what makes me the happiest. I heard a number of people pushing for a sequel, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do a sequel, let's stick with the stealth gameplay aspect of it, but I kind of wanted to expand on that with some more experiments in the stealth gameplay vein. And I said, I don't just want to make a sequel. I kind of want to go all out, and let's try to make this the Mario 3 or something of the series, where there's a map to tie these different gameplay experiences together. So that's kind of what I was going for. And then one of the I call them the danger rooms that you can enter. There's 4 different danger rooms. Tanya's in the electrified floors right now. Then there's one that's very similar to the original game. And then there's one where you're looking at the lighthouse from the outside, and you're seeing the spotlight play upon the windows, and you have to dodge, that and hide behind the walls. And then there's this one with the laser, which I'll tell you, I kind of actually, I won't say stole this idea, but this was heavily inspired by a PS1 game called Abe's Odyssey. I don't know if you ever played that one, but there's the lasers and security lasers, and you have to stand still while they're passing you. And that's kind of where I got the idea for that from. So it all just kind of came together.
So there aren't many true black and white, technically grayscale, Atari games out there unless you flip the black and white switch on some of the original releases. And the noir look you've created for both Spies in the Night 1 and 2 really add to the atmosphere of the game. So are you a fan of black and white spy films or the noir genre? And what are some of the influences you had when creating this game?
Sure. I do love noir. I'm not an expert in that particular genre by any means, but I do love, I'm thinking like the Maltese Falcon and
excellent.
Maybe the Third Man and some things like that. Even things like Citizen Kane, the way he plays with light and shadow. And I love hearing people's feedback on the game. But one of the feedbacks that I got a lot was you should add just a single splash of color, like maybe something, some red when you get shot or something like that. And I thought about it really hard, I decided I just have to stick with the purity of the noir light versus shadow look. Although it was a really cool idea, but I just had to stick to my guns on that one.
I think you made the right decision. It must have been very, very tempting to add just a splash of color, or like on the death screen or the win screen, just to add something in. But
Right.
I think sticking to your guns was probably the right move in that aspect. Just to keep everything, no color whatsoever, anywhere in the manual, in the game, in the box. It really completes the package. So there's a variety of different challenges. Like you said, there's four rooms. Plus there's some bonus rooms. This room really reminds me, I think, the Impossible Mission room, where you go in and it's the keyboard and you...
In a certain way, yeah, because you get a bonus,
And you-
sort of.
and
But
you
you
do-
don't always get a bonus
No,
for this one.
it is random.
It is random.
Sometimes it's bad.
Sometimes it doesn't
Sometimes
help you.
it's good. And you get the random rooms there, which is kind of fun. Oh, there you go.
Minus
Oh, no,
15. That's
minus
exactly
15.
what happened last time.
But anyway, each floor with the variety keeps the game quite fresh. Plus, having the choice of two is a really great idea, because maybe you favor one over the other. But sometimes you're stuck between like a non-choice of having two exactly the same to get to the next level. And you're like, well, that's not my favorite room. Or that's not the room I'm great at, but I have no choice this time. So can you tell us what your favorite screen is, and also the one that you have the most difficulty with? Because I know I always pick the laser room until it like maxes out, because that's the one I'm best at and the one I most enjoy, which usually goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it really, to me, it depends on the difficulty of the room, because there's sort of an internal difficulty level that the player's not necessarily privy to.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you start out the game, I tended to make there's a continuous map of the first three levels, the first three lighthouses, game 1, game 2, and game 3. Then there's a game R that's completely randomized, but they tend to start out, at level 1 difficulty, and then they ramp up towards level 9 difficulty as you get closer to the end.
Yeah.
But I find that I agree with you. I think the lasers overall are the most fun for me.
Yeah.
Once it gets 4 lasers on the screen, it is passable, but it's very difficult.
That's kind of when I stop too, and I'm like, now it's too hard. I have to go to one that I'm maybe not as skilled at, but it's actually easier because of the ramp up.
Yeah. I think the original Spies in the Night style rooms are easier for me on the higher difficulty levels, just because I've had a lot of practice with those. I think if you're good at memorization, the electrified floors are also, even the more difficult they get, I find that I can still pass those, with some difficulty, but I tend to go toward either lasers or electrified floors at the higher difficulty levels, and the outside of the lighthouse at the lower difficulty levels.
Yeah, the electrified floor is not like you're fighting actively against an opponent. It is more of a pure memorization, and also it does eat up time sometimes, and that's why I usually avoid it till I have to go to it.
Right.
Because they all take time, but I find for myself I'm not very good at memorization games and maze games, especially dark maze games. So that's the one I kind of leave to last. It's not necessarily my least favorite, but it's the hardest one for me.
Sure, yeah.
And I also really like the use of hiding in the shadows and using the playfield to represent a place where you can see yourself or not see yourself. There was another game that came out and did not get finished a long time ago, where you and your opponent were different colors, and depending on what doors were passing in front of you and what walls were passing in front of you, you could see the other opponent or you could see yourself, and you're both trying to shoot each other. And it was really, really clever, and I love the way you've also used light and shadow in this game to really great extent. And you said you don't make the most advanced games, but I think the thinking behind this game is advanced, and the way you use it. So it's congratulations to you on that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, one of the things that was really helpful in this game was the multi-kernel framework, and I don't know if there have yet been any other games that use the multi-kernel framework. There may have been, and I'm just not aware. But it lets me use different kernel I mean, each of the 4 mini games, the bonus rooms, the title screen, the end screen, they all use a different kernel framework because that allows me to, use those different options. Sometimes the player's behind the wall, sometimes the player's in front of the wall. And so being able to set those up and jump between them with that multi-kernel framework was huge.
Yeah. And, you don't have to make the most complicated looking or sounding games to be fun. You just have to have a great idea. And this is one of those games that has a great idea. And like I said, I've loved it from the very beginning, and even Spies of the Night 1. And thank you for letting us debut the game on the show. One of our very first world premieres ever on ZeroPage Homebrew. So it was set a great precedent, let's say.
Well, thank you, and I really, I love what you guys do for the homebrew community, and I love your show, and thank you for what you do for everybody's games for showing off, because I've found a lot of my favorites through this show myself.
Yeah, and I do the show just so I can experience all these games. It's like, well, I would do this anyway. I would play these games anyway. Might as well film it and show us enjoying all these games. So it's a pleasure to honor developers such as you and such innovative ideas that still make this 45-year-old, almost 50-year-old hardware sing. So do you have any upcoming games that you're working on that you'd like to talk about before we let you go?
Like I said, I'm always working on some kind of experiment. Nothing that I think is full-blown game-worthy yet. And I'm also I really like what the previous developer Óscar, his book. When you mentioned that, I've got a copy of his book too, and I really want to do full assembly game. I may get there one day. I hope to get there one day. That's my dream.
Yeah, I just dove in the deep end and went straight to assembly because I'm like, well, if I want to make games that are really malleable and really get into the hardware and understand the hardware, I might as well just jump into the deep end and go right for assembly. And I programmed in assembly before, like in university for computer science. So I'm like, oh, let's just do it. Let's go for assembly. So his book's been really a great companion for making games, and I do recommend it for everyone. There's a lot of great books out there that have been made for programming the 2600, which is great to have these resources for developers. So thank you so much, Jared, for coming on and sharing your ideas with the world through Spies in the Night 2 and all your upcoming games. Looking forward to them.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Talk to you soon. See you online.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Excellent. Having fun?
Yeah, I am.
Playing
Don't want to
games?
give it up. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I am. But I know we have to move on, so I'll...
We do.
I'll,
You get a little taste, Yeah, I actually was looking... I showed it to you. We were playing... Like I said, we played this game like almost the beginning of ZeroPage Homebrew.
I do, and I remember you and Erlen playing it.
Yeah, and that video
I
showed you.
Yes.
Was...
a long time ago, yeah.
Was that... I think that episode.
Oh, of Spies in the Night 2?
I think possibly. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay. He was showing old video from
like,
2018.
Oh my God, we look young.
Yeah, we all look so young.
Younger.
Let's
not say young.
Yeah.
Erlen looked young.
Erlen looked young.
Because he was.
Erlen, yeah.
But,
and Atari was in it, and Atari.
Baby Atari.
Baby Atari didn't really look much different than he does now.
No,
so.
He's always been a big boy. He came out fully grown. I think. Yeah. Yep. Al said, "Thank you, Jared. Glad you could participate today. Me too.
Yes.
I'm really happy with the great turnout of all the developers.
Yes.
They were able to set aside some time on the weekend.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
And it's kind of a good time of year. It's after, summer. This is not going in.
Okay.
You're gonna have to wait.
Don't smush it in. Don't damage it. Smush it in. That's the last thing you want to do. Destroy all the lovely art on the
I don't want to destroy the manuals.
So,
I've got my trusty butter knife
Your
now.
butter knife.
that sits like
to figure out how to open all the
permanently lives
yeah
in the studio to it's not a defense knife to open boxes now, because I used to like open them with my fingers and always made a crease.
Yeah.
Always. So.
Or you tear it slightly and you're like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
So
butter knife.
Butter knife. Just put it under, put the flat side towards the flap, and just pry it up on both sides. Sometimes both sides come out.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue on with the Atari 2600.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking with Mathew Halpern.
Nice.
With Fly Hunter.
Yay.
Also known as 8-Bit Poet. So let's get him going on the line here. Get him connected up. Now, let's get the... Oh, we're connected. Excellent. So here's the box. So, Mathew Halpern is an Atari Homebrew Award winner for Mattress Monkeys. Mm-hmm. And Fly Hunter was nominated for Best Music and Sound in the Atari Homebrew Awards as well. So, please welcome to AtariAge Day, Mathew Halpern. Welcome, Mathew. Thank you for joining us
James,
today.
Hey, Tanya.
Hey.
Hello.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, good to see you.
We're happy that you could make it as well. Now, we're going to actually keep you on the line for 2 games, not just one, so we'll be going to the next one here in a bit. But first, we're going to look at Fly Hunter. Sure. Now, you worked on pretty much every aspect of this game, including the programming, the graphics, the music, and the packaging. So you didn't have to collaborate with anyone on this, on the packaging. You did it yourself, just like VHZC does. So can you talk a little bit about the artwork that you designed? It really spells out everything that's in the game. You've got the spider, the fly, the frog, the water, the tree, everything's on there. A really good representation.
Yeah, that was like, so my background is in graphic design, so being able to kind of apply that to the packaging, well, that was just fun to do. But I kind of took what I liked the most about like the Activision game boxes and the original Atari game boxes, and kind of made a hybrid of what I thought was sort of the best of both.
Yeah, you've got that old school 2600 box feel with the picture kind of contained inside a box there. Yeah, it looks. I think there's definitely camps of people that really love that old school look and like to put the new games alongside their old games.
Yeah, this like the solid colors, then with the like bright color illustration, you know, though just the white text on the side. Really simple, but it does stand out like when you use the right colors. And
I'm guessing that, I don't know if I'm sure I realized it before. You've got Fly Hunter, which sounds similar to some other game with Hunter in the end of the title there. And the font is very reminiscent of that kind of genre of game.
Yeah, I played a lot of Spy Hunter, and yeah, it just kind of rolled off the tongue. I had a couple of different names for the game originally.
Yes.
And it didn't even have a name when I first posted it on the forums. It was just like the Spider Game or something totally generic. I have some early builds in my directories like called Spider Game, and obviously that was just a temporary name, right? Yep.
So let's pop in the cartridge here, and you've got the company here as Phantom Logic. Maybe you can talk a little bit about what Phantom Logic is and who it is.
Phantom Logic is Zach Scalera, Zach Attack on the forums, and myself. And that came about because we started off, when I first got to the forums, I didn't know anything about programming for the Atari. I didn't even know you could. I was just like, I found
it was magic, right?
Yeah. But I could do pixel art, and so I just kind of offered my services to anybody who needed it. And Zach reached out to me. It's like, oh, I'm working on this demo, and I have some placeholder sprites. Maybe you can, improve them. and that was Octopusher, which it's not even released yet. We've had other stuff come out before that, but
yeah, games that are worked on don't exactly go in order all the time, do they?
No, they don't. Yeah, so we kind of collaborated on that initially, and then he assisted me on Fly Hunter to actually get the music working. So I didn't do like 100% of that programming, but he helped me out to take a TIA tracker file and have it play back through the Atari Basic.
Right.
And then when we got to Mattress Monkeys, really that was like a full-on collaboration, and yeah, we were like, hey, and then the ideas just exploded. We have like a whole backlog of like game ideas and concepts.
Oh, that's great.
And we're like, yeah, so we're just like, I think we're a team now. So
that's
Phantom
awesome.
Logic Studios is Zach and I just making, the games that we always wanted, and cool hardware, and the Pixie kernel.
That's a whole other thing, is the hardware, and we're going to be talking with Zach Attack coming up on the stream in a couple months about that hardware, because it's really exciting.
Yeah.
And the technology behind it is really exciting as well. So I'm really looking forward to that interview. And a lot of buzz on the AtariAge forums about people wanting to use PXE technology in their games as well, because of how powerful it is. Just got to deal with the cat here. That's what happens when you do things live.
You can thank me for my lack of being able to really take on and learn C programming. So that inspired Zach to create a kernel that I could create better games on using Atari Basic. So
so we can partially thank you for the PXE.
That's right. Yeah,
Atari Basic kernel. Oh, yep. That's excellent. So, from your first post about this game, it appears to be your first game for the 2600, which you mentioned, after watching a video on Atari Basic. So what was your programming experience before creating Fly Hunter? Did you have any, or did you just dive into Atari Basic and learn programming?
No, I did have some programming. Okay. I taught myself Basic when I had a Commodore 64 back in the 80s, and I took a few classes in school. But by the time they offered classes in school, I had already taught myself more than they could teach me. So those classes were just an easy A. So that was that.
That's kind of how it worked for me. I just breezed through computer science in high school. It was like, I'm done. Okay, play games or something, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But so Fly Hunter was my. It was never meant to be a game to be released. I thought I was just learning how to program in Atari Basic, and it started off. If you see like I think I did a post where it's like how it started and how it's going, and like the how it started, like there was no tree graphic, there was just like a bar across the top and a spider, and you drop down to get the flies, and there was no frog, there was no pond, like. So much of this game came about from sharing it with the community during the development process and getting feedback on the fly, That's good. But no pun intended. But yeah, that was the idea. It was like, just let people see it at its like most earliest stage and get feedback. And at the end of the day, it got a lot of attention, and then I kept improving it every time somebody would make a suggestion that I thought really made sense and fit.
Yeah.
And yeah, then Al suggested we release it through AtariAge.
That's amazing. It's quite an accomplishment to have your first game published.
I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah. So. In the game, there's a constant threat, not only from missing flies, like you can't even miss one, but also the frog that's just lurking beneath the surface, threatening you at all times. And so at one point, like you mentioned, the evolution of the game, you switched over from 3 lives to 1, and about that same time you changed from the worm that crawls along the branch to a frog that jumps up. And I have to say, the frog animation is stunning. Like, absolutely, the frames of animation, the water splashing back up after he lands in the water, it's really, really impressive and convincing.
Thanks.
So was it the fact that avoiding the frog rather than the worm was just like a little bit easier, so you didn't need those 3 lives? Is that why you changed over?
No, what I found in my own playtesting is that there was a scenario in which case there was like a lose-lose situation. You would never be able to, if you missed a fly and you wanted to get to the other side to have another chance to grab it, and the worm was on the branch, you just died anyway. It was like a game killer. You know, there was no possible way to get around that, because to avoid the worm, all you could do is dangle,
and you
can't
wait.
move left or right. Yeah,
and the
then
fly
you
was
just watch
gone.
The fly, just going by.
Okay.
And I did not like that element in a game design. I really want you to at least have a fighting chance at catching the fly on a second attempt.
Yeah.
So the worm had to go.
You changed the worm over and made it into a frog, which was actually the best choice you could have made. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So the frog is a great gameplay addition to avoid the player also from camping in one spot.
Yep.
Not only, so you have to keep moving and it's a danger and it's like moving and following you, but you can't just sit there and capture the fly because and it also, adds an extra threat and it's an element that is actually needed in the game, I think, because just having a fly going across the screen and you eat the fly and you do it over and over again, I think that's not quite enough. So was that like a deliberate move, knowing that only catching the fly wasn't enough to make like a complete game?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I knew that there needed to be some extra level of threat in the game. Just missing a fly, I mean, that's just disappointing, right? But it's not really a threat. So you're having that frog and having it kind of stalk you from below, it's just a little slower than you can move, but you can see its eyes following you. So,
yeah,
you and you don't know when it's going to spring out. Like, it's randomized.
So there's probably a minimum and a maximum time that you have the frog jump, but it's enough that you're like, I don't know, and it's so fast you definitely have to stay out of the way. Like you can't see it and then avoid it. Like you don't have enough time.
No.
You get that there's the audio cue. You hear the croak, and then he's now on the surface of the water following you, but you can't hang out, in one space for too long when that frog's down there.
And especially not down on your web.
Oh, no.
Webbing,
Oh, no.
because you have to wait to come back up again. Right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna leave the last question for the end of the next one about any upcoming games to talk about those. But I think what we should do for the next game is unbox it and then put it in the 2600 first, and then put it in the 7800 next.
Yeah.
And if people don't know much about this next game, it might be surprising a certain fact about Mattress monkeys. That's quite impressive and quite, literally unique, I think. So let me, have it in this pile? Oh, Mattress monkeys. Did you hide on them? 1 second. Ken, you can keep playing.
Oh, sure.
In the corner here.
Yeah.
While I retrieve Mattress monkeys.
Yeah. Catch a few more flies before.
You can tell us how good you are at the game.
Yeah. Definitely better than 21, which seems to be my max right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like my gameplay, after some practice, I could be in the triple digits.
Nice.
I think my son, though, holds the record. It's somewhere, I think, over 400.
Wow.
So
he did that at PRGE last year.
Oh my goodness!
On one of the displays, yeah.
So-
I don't know how
so
long
it-
it took them, but
So a true high score witnessed by several people.
Yeah.
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 No cheating.
Live, witness live.
right.
Yeah.
there needs to be a high score challenge for this game because it is so challenging but so
It
addictive.
is. And how
Yeah.
does it ramp up in speed or difficulty a little bit, but not like it maxes out at some point if you can get 400 points or something like that?
It's super basic. You get the first 10 flies are always the slow fly. And then it's randomized whether you get the slow fly or the fast fly. And it's the same level of
Okay.
challenge for the rest of the game. Yeah.
Okay. So that's how
Is
you
it
can keep
Sid?
going, and then it's a marathon of concentration and timing and and we've got a cat on the
Yeah,
table.
the cat is being unboxed at the
I
moment.
don't think we'll be unboxing cats. So.
No,
Let me pop out Fly Hunter right now.
he does not like not being the center of attention. So you know.
No, cats are kind of like that. So
Yeah.
let's take a look at Mattress Monkeys
Yes.
here.
Sorry,
And
sorry,
unbox that.
sis.
Oh, people like cats, so we can stay on the screen for a bit.
Yeah.
So this is also released under Phantom Logic, of course. And this is your second release of it. So if you could talk a little bit about the packaging, which you designed as well, in addition to Fly Hunter. And since you have your handiwork all over the releases, including the packaging, what is your favorite aspect of making a game? Is it the programming, the sound, the graphics, the packaging, or something else?
I think for me, it's like the sprite work, like the challenge of creating recognizable things out of so few pixels.
Right.
So that's kind of where a lot of our game concepts start. I'll mock them up in Photoshop and kind of draw out how the playfield would look. Here's how the sprites are. I might animate them. And then Zach and I will kind of like go back and forth on like how the gameplay might work. What are some cool mechanics? You know, how are we pushing the envelope with this game? It's always got to be like, what can we do next that maybe somebody hasn't done?
and having a background in graphic design and artwork, I makes sense that you would like working on the graphics the most, and especially working on an Atari 2600 with the limited, 8 pixels wide in general. And there's limitations, and sometimes limitations can be good, and it pushes your creativity to make it the best it can be out of the limited color, not really colors in the 2600, but amount of things you can put on the screen or put on one line.
Yeah, the colors is a challenge because you want to, in order to create detail, you want more than one color per line if you can pull it off. And so Zach and I get pretty crafty with like overlaying elements,
Right.
to simulate that.
Yeah, there are some tricks you can do and put things under things as long as you don't have playfield on the same line as the character. You can put like the ball underneath the player and have it see through and things like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pop Mattress Monkeys first into the 2600 and briefly take a look at it there.
Okay.
So let's switch over to that.
Now Zach did the programming on this one, and Marco Johannes did the music programming on it.
Oh yeah, we should read out the full credits. So Phantom Logic Studios, Mathew Halpern, game concept, graphics, sound, and packaging. Zach Scalero, programming and game design. Mark Giannis, music programming, and it's on the screen right there.
There you go.
Okay.
And this has if I remember correctly, 0 players,
Yeah.
1 player,
Yeah.
and 2 player.
Nice.
Just like Paddlefield yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a 0 player
You
option.
can just have it play against itself.
It has a screensaver.
Like an active screensaver,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, before we pop it in the 7800, and I'm going to have to set up the 7800 and move the Intellivision out of the way. So your game is incredibly special, as it's not only available for the Atari 2600 and 7800, but both games are magically contained within the same cartridge, and not in the sense of a double ender, like those Zonox games back in the day. You plug it in the same way you do on the 2600 as you do on the 7800, just the exact same cartridge in the exact same way, and it's the first of its kind, at least for 2600 and 7800. I don't know of any other systems that even work like that. As far as I know. So since you were developing the graphics for both the 2600 and 7800 to go on one cartridge, did you create the game artwork first on the 2600 to make sure they work on that system and then enhance them for the 7800, or were they created kind of more or less the same time, or was there like, here's what the monkey looks like and I have to make both?
Yeah, well, this game, it never started off intending to be for both. It was just a concept that I posted onto the forums asking if it was even possible to create an animated playfield sine wave as a game mechanic. And that's when Zach kind of decided to collaborate with me on this one. And once we got the 2600 artwork done and we knew we were going to use the Chameleon cart to release it, then it was like, well, we can also just do a 7800 version 2, in which case I did all of the enhanced graphics after the 2600 was done. Mm-hmm.
So I've got the 7800 kind of hooked up now, so people have kind of got an idea of. Oh, that was a quick ending.
That was very quick.
Of the monkey grabbing.
I was paying attention to you at the time, so that's okay.
You can't. You have to pay attention on that screen. That's for sure.
All right.
So we're going to pop it into the 7800 now, and people can see the magic of what this is. It's just astounding because people know that you can take a 2600 game and put it into a 7800 and it'll play a 2600 game. But that's not what this does. So let's do that right now. Okay, I think we should be set up. Where's my controller here? There it is. Yes. Okay, so I've got it plugged in here. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you the controller. I'll plug it in so you can actually play the game.
Excellent.
Oh my goodness. What is this? This isn't the 2600 game. I put in the exact same cartridge. Now, I know you're not on the technical hardware side of things, so you can't really explore that, but explain that, but I'll have Zach on to explain that when he comes on. But this is amazing, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it at PRGE for the first time.
And one of the really cool things about this is that the game code is shared between the 2600 and the 7800. You didn't have to rewrite the game for the 7800. It's just when it's drawing the screen that it's using separate code.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Because the game logic is the game logic. You don't need to change that. The only difference is the graphics and the way it displays the graphics. But once you're not displaying it, well, that's really, really clever that it's able to also draw. Like, it doesn't, like, you're not saying that you have two duplicates of the game code. It literally draws on the exact same game code on the cartridge.
That's it.
Okay, that's even more impressive. Wow. Okay. So a follow-up to it working on the 2600 and 7800. How does the game behave on the 2600 Plus and 7800 Plus? What version comes up when you plug it in, if it does work, and I don't know if it does.
Communion card is not currently supported by the Plus consoles, but
Right.
we are in talks with them to make that happen. So hopefully soon.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's really, really
Yeah.
good, because that would open obviously a whole world of future games that people are going to be using, the board for, and PXE and all of that stuff. So how do you have any idea right now of how that would work, or would it just be like you're playing the 7800 and you won't have access to the 2600 version?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that, I think the hope is that we can offer kind of a branch, once they load it.
Oh, yeah. Where it's like a screen saying which version do you want, and then
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense, and that's a
That would be
great
ideal.
good solution, because people will be able to access both at the same time.
Right.
And Zoomyball posted in the chat, the closest analog I can think is Game Boy and Game Boy Color cartridges worked. Because you could put the same cartridge in the Game Boy and it would be obviously, whatever, green and green.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you could put it in the Game Boy Color and it would have a pseudo palette and plus enhancements as well.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we're not really getting too much, we're not getting extra resolution. We're just getting more color, like
Yeah.
2-color sprites or 3-color sprites and things like that.
Yeah. Pseudographic says, seems like Mathew is a fan of insects. Entomologist, perhaps?
Right. Yeah, flies in
Flies
every
and
game.
flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, every game has to have flies.
Yeah. I think we're trying to get away from the insects with our next release.
Yeah. So you mentioned it earlier. When you came up with the concept of Mattress Monkeys, it looks like it began with the motion of the waves in the waterbed and progressed from there. And I've always wanted to either make or play a port of Wavy Navy. I don't know if you're aware of that game.
No.
It's an Apple II and other systems games from back in the 80s. You're the ship that goes on waves and you ride the waves. It's kind of like Space Invaders, but you're a ship that's riding on waves. And
Okay.
also under the waves, there's mines going back and forth, and you have to avoid the mines by going up and down the waves.
Wow.
It's a very, very cool game, and seeing Mattress Monkeys makes me think that, this is actually possible on the 2600 to make.
Right.
Because of the motions of the waves that you've included.
Yep.
So, do you feel that ideas for your games come from a place like a game mechanic, like the waterbed movement, or more from a broad idea like monkeys jumping around in a bed like in the nursery rhyme or the song?
Yeah, no, I think that's where Zach and I kind of, it resonates for both of us to come up with like a neat mechanic or something unique or something that there's something that just kind of pushes the technology a little further, or things like that is what attract us to the idea of like creating the game.
Right. So it really was the motion of the waterbed and how the
Well, one of my favorite games growing up was Circus Atari, and it was with the two clowns that like bounce on the seesaw. Yeah, to pop the balloons.
very
and
similar.
I just love,
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Yeah, because it has the physics of the hopping,
And you can miss the bed in this game. Like
You can.
It's not a completely safe area. Like it gets narrower and narrower.
Each level. Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of trouble playing Circus Atari because I always miss the seesaw, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm terrible at this game. But this is a little
that
bit
one's on
more
the paddle
forgiving.
too, so the controls are pretty tricky.
They are, yeah,
Sensitive.
yeah, very sensitive. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think a lot of games come from a game mechanic. From talking with developers over the years, they come up with this seed of an idea, and it's not usually the plot of the game. It's not usually a character in the game. It's I can do it this way, or I can make something look like this, or like the best one I think was Zookeeper by Champ Games. The fact that he was alternating playfield, and he noticed that there was a line that created when you alternated playfield over and over again that made it look like bricks. And he thought, that looks like bricks. Zookeeper has bricks. I can make Zookeeper on the 2600. And it's kind of like that with a lot of developers. They come up with something like a moving fluid simulation of a bed, and all of a sudden you've got a game. What can I make with this? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and there's been so many games made since Atari's heyday that it's neat to kind of take a modern sensibility to game development and apply it to this 45-year-old machine. You know, it's like, can we do that? Can we do menus? Can we do a pause button? Can we do, you know, it's like you want to just kind of put all of those elements into it. In fact, in some of our upcoming games, we're doing cutscenes.
Oh, excellent. On a 2600. Yeah.
On a 2600. Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of the limitations have been blown past in terms of processing power, in terms of cartridge sizes,
right?
And the modern sensibilities to really open the door, and hardware, special hardware, PXE, software behind it. I think every new technology and every new idea really opens a door to another whole set of either ports of arcade games that couldn't be done before, or people's ideas that they've always wanted to make on these systems.
Yeah.
And now they're like, they see, you know, the PXE technology, or, you know, your dual cart system, and go, or me seeing this waterbed simulation and go, now I can make Wavy Navy. There's a precedent, and I can use it in a different way. Not directly like, oh, I'm going to take the exact thing, but I can make it look similar and have that motion. And every game builds upon the other, and that's what I really love about the community, and the love for the system that doesn't seem to ever slow down. It just seems to keep accelerating.
Right, yeah. The life keeps getting extended. Just every time there's a new innovation, it's like, we're still going. Let's ride this out.
Yes, and I don't even know how there's new innovations for a system that is on its half-century birthday almost.
Right.
Just like almost 2 more years exactly, and we're on the 50th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, come to our last question. So, do you have any? I know you've slightly mentioned some things here and there, no names or anything, but do you have any upcoming games you want to talk about? Is Octopusher on the forefront, or any other games that you want to talk about right now?
Yes. So, last December we released like a nearly finished, completed demo of Elfin Squirrel. The holiday kind of lights off game that we came up with. That one was interesting because we didn't really come up with it until, I don't know, a month prior to when we put it out there. And so it was like a real testament to like, well, can we come up with a concept and create it in this short window of time? Yeah. And so we certainly did. But now that it's not, we didn't officially release it, but now we're kind of putting like some really special attention into some cutscenes and a lot of polish to it. So it'll be really fun.
Well, you've got 3 months, right?
That's right. That's right. And it'll have the 7800 version of it as well.
Very, very nice.
So, yeah.
So that's something to look forward to.
Octopusher is coming up.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've looked at Octopusher. Is that the Game & Watch kind of style? I can't remember what that one is about. It's been a while.
It's like a color matching game where you're pushing blocks of color to match, and then they dissolve. So you want to keep your screen clear of the screens, like the colors filling it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely play that when it's ready on ZPH.
Yeah, and I don't know if Zach's gonna kill me or not, but there's something really special about that game that he's working on. I think we're gonna find out anyway, because in PXE once we release that, there will be
we'll save it for
AtariAge
that.
support. Yeah.
Oh, Quadtari. Oh, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's excellent. Yeah, so we'll save that for Zach to talk about if it's more on the hardware side of things. Or
Yeah, and if we get if we can really cook through some games, in these next couple of months, we have Bigfoot's Bluff and a game we titled Tiamat, which is a 5-headed dragon, but it's a solitaire game. Also coming up.
Yeah, because you had some previews. Like
that's
right. There's trailers on this cartridge for upcoming games, and I thought that was a really fun addition to Mattress Monkeys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just teasers. We haven't really revealed what Bigfoot's Bluff is.
Yeah. It looked like it had a target, if I remember correctly, on Bigfoot. It's in the woods.
In the preview, there's a camera resting on a stump of a log with a forest scene behind it.
Okay.
And so I'm not gonna spoil that one.
That's right. Yeah, that's a cool thing. I hope more people do like upcoming little trailers for games coming up. But I mean, it takes up room, so you can't always include it in a 4K game.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and congratulations on 2 releases going into the AtariAge store. That's pretty good, having 2 games at once.
Yeah, for the first games out of the gate.
Yeah,
I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah.
So congratulations to you and Zach as a team for Phantom Logic, and look forward to talking with you again in the future, and we'll see you online.
Likewise.
Thank you, Mathew.
See you guys.
See ya. Excellent. Having fun?
Oh, both
bouncing
those games
around?
are so much fun.
Monkeys bouncing around?
Yeah.
Excellent. Take this out. Now that we have the 7800 ready to go for the next person.
Good.
The next 2 games, which is good. Cats are making noise.
I don't know where those noises are coming from.
Bad cats, that's where they're coming
yes.
from. So I tried to schedule it so that I didn't have to jump back and forth.
Well, you do
systems.
what you can,
Yeah, and also accommodate everybody's schedule as well,
of
which
course.
magically did really well this year,
good.
which was very, very nice. And only a couple of people not being able to make it, which I expected. There's always people on vacation, or they're not by a place they can get to a computer, things like that.
Or just the timing doesn't work out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get the next person geared up here. There we go. And the next guest we have for AtariAge Day and game is Drone Patrol by Steve Engelhardt, known online in the AtariAge forums as Atarius Maximus, who we did a developer spotlight on fairly recently. So let me get the game out in preparation and put it right there for preview. So I would like to welcome to AtariAge Day 2025 the Atari Homebrew Award winner of Alpine Avenger, and Drone Patrol was nominated for Best Game and Best Work in Progress. Please welcome to AtariAge Day, Steve Engelhardt. Welcome, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Congratulations on the release of Drone Patrol through AtariAge for the 7800. And so let's get it out of the protective casing, because we don't want it damaged. And let's switch over to the unboxing of the game. And so can you tell us a bit about the packaging designed by the amazing David Exton, and the idea behind the design? It's very representative of the game, of course.
Yeah, it was fun working with David on that. He did a little storyboarding with me. We worked together, of course, online since he's in England. But Yeah, his idea, of course, was a drone escaping from the city with bombs chasing it, or missiles chasing it, sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, his initial design, I thought it was great from the get-go. I mean, we didn't go through a whole lot of iterations. What he presented the first time, I thought was amazing. So yeah, he's got an incredible amount of talent.
He is old hat at it. He's an amazing designer. He's done so many great designs for games. So you're very great in great hands. So I'm not surprised that it didn't have to go back and forth too much.
Yeah. So yeah, he's worked on pretty much every other game that I've released at the AtariAge store. So we've worked together quite a while.
Oh, that's awesome. And it makes for
looks great.
A beautiful, beautiful poster. Of course, you've got the classic movie poster style with the orange and the blue, the very contrast or complementary color wheel colors that are used on like every superhero movie poster. But it definitely works here as well, and it fades into beautiful colors for like the sunset going into night.
Yeah, and I gave David a wide berth. I mean, he made most of the design decisions, and it was really just to me to say if I liked it or not. But 100% of the design really goes to David.
Oh yeah. And it's great working with somebody like that, where they bring a lot to the table. And especially if you're really good at conveying what the game's about, what you want to represent on the packaging as well, then you just let them run loose. And very nice manual as well.
Yeah, I heard Albert mention on your show yesterday about how picky he is about the manuals, and yeah, we went back and forth quite a few times on the text and the verbiage inside the manual.
And it's good. You want it accurate. You want it descriptive. You want to make sure that somebody who's playing the game can quickly get into it, but also somebody who really wants to maybe go for high scores, understand how the scoring system completely works and the leveling system. So it's a nice balancing act to make the manual approachable, but also in depth and also accurate. No spelling mistakes.
Yeah, there's some nuances to the game. It's worth reading it once.
Yeah. So let's pop in the game right now, so we can take a look at it and ask you some questions about it.
Great.
There we go.
7800.
Oh no. Let's restart it because we missed the beginning. Don't want to miss any of it.
Nope.
Have you played Atari today? With a nice space field. There, very nice. Oh, run! You made it.
He makes it every time.
Excellent. No, it's like, just say 1 out of 1,000. He gets zapped. you have to keep rebooting it to see it. Very nice, huge logo there. Very nice intro presentation.
Thank you.
Have you got a controller?
Do I? Probably not.
Maybe not. 2 controllers look exactly the same.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Just let me make sure. Yeah. Sometimes it gets.
Okay, try it.
There we go. Good.
I blame the cats.
I always blame the cats.
So, can you tell us a bit about the history behind the idea of Drone Patrol? Did it come from an idea of wanting to make a shooter, but making with the twist of like shooting down instead of shooting upward?
It really just started from a demo. I downloaded a demo from Mathew Smith or MK Smith on the AtariAge forums, and it was a parallax scrolling demo. And his demo just had a bunch of bubbles on the screen, and I thought, this is kind of cool. I've always wanted to make something similar in fashion to like a Defender type game. So I started off so I turned into a city and like, hey, that looks pretty cool. And from there, it was kind of like starting with a technical aspect of the game and then trying to figure out, well, how can I make a fun game out of this? So it really did start with MK Smith's demo and creating kind of a cool-looking scrolling parallax playfield and then trying to come up with a game design as I went. So a lot of the elements of the game were I'd throw something in there, play for a while, try to decide if it was fun or if it was cool. And so I went through so many iterations of this game. I worked on this game, I think, for several years before I finally called it done.
Right.
Yeah, the shooting down thing, I just thought that was kind of a cool, different way to approach this type of game. rather than making a defender clone. So
yeah. So it changed it up. It's like it's not a defender where you're shooting to the sides. It's not a Space Invaders where you're shooting from the bottom up. It's a nice twist on it. And,
I also.
Yeah.
Sorry, I also had played the homebrew game Raptor, which I purchased. I don't remember, a few years ago, and so that served some inspiration too, because I really liked that game. So some aspects came from that, and some ideas.
Yeah, I mean it is reminiscent of it, but it plays very differently because you can let the enemies go off the screen on this one. I know Tanya's like, no, I can't let them go. I've got to chase them and kill them. But yeah, it plays a little bit differently than that, and you have a health meter or hit points on the screen, so you can take a couple hits.
Yeah, I decided to go with a health meter rather than just lives. I prefer that in gameplay.
Yeah, because then it's a non-interrupted stream of gameplay. You don't get stopped until you run out of hit points, of course. And you did carry through with the parallax, because there's nice 4 levels of parallax scrolling on the other screen. Tanya's made it to the boss screen already. And I do appreciate that you put the hit points of the boss on the screen. That's always nice. It's like, am I close to killing it? In this one you are close or not close to destroying the boss, which is very appreciated.
No, I've played this game probably thousands of times. I don't think I've actually beat it in one play sitting. I've gone through and beaten every boss, but I don't think I've gone through and played it from beginning to end, personally myself.
It does
take a while.
Yeah. So this physical release not only has Drone Patrol on it, but includes a mini game called Drone Bomber that you can play with joystick. I don't recommend it. You can play it with a paddle. So was Drone Bomber something you had previous to Drone Patrol and it was skinned for the inclusion in this game, or was something that you made after Drone Patrol as a bonus, seeing that you did have all the graphic elements that you could kind of move over to it?
It was the former. Back in 2015, when I first discovered 7800 Basic, I wrote a quick demo called Boom, and it was kind of a Kaboom clone.
Okay.
And I pretty much used that code that I had written, almost 10 years prior, and just reskinned it for Drone Patrol and included it as a minigame.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to Kaboom. It's fun in a short burst. And it fit. I mean, this is a 528K game, so I had just tons of RAM space.
Oh, yeah. So why not throw in a bonus game? That's always nice. And not too many games have, primarily paddle game plus a bonus primarily joystick game as well.
Yeah, that was kind of an unusual thing.
And how did you handle, I know you do explain it on the forums and in the manual, but how do you handle the transition between the joystick and the paddle?
When you first launch into the Drone Bomber game, there's a menu option that lets you switch to paddle, and then you just switch the controller and the paddle just works.
Okay, so you get into a position where it's like, okay, now I'm ready for the paddle, so that when you do switch over to the paddle, you're not stuck moving through menus. It's just ready to play.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty seamless. I tried to make it seamless.
Yeah, it's a very safe way of doing it. Because you want to make it easy for the person to switch it over and not go, oh, now I have to put back in the joystick because it's not ready, and yeah. So there's a lot going on the screen, not the boss screen, but the screen beforehand, just full of things going on that you have to watch out for. So what? I think you explained it a little bit. So was it a slow build-up of that many enemies and plus the game balancing along the way? Or was there kind of an outline of what you wanted before the programming started? And what was the progression of the targets and enemies on the screen?
I would say my personal style when I'm developing a game is really to just add things as I go and just see what's fun. I don't necessarily have a plan when I start. I certainly did not have a plan when I started this game. So it was kind of like the drone, the bomber at the top, the big bomber plane at the top of the screen on the harder difficulties. I added that towards the end because it just felt like I needed one more thing. Like
Right.
it was really part of what you mentioned was gameplay balance. I wanted the game to be kind of frantic on the regular levels before you got to the boss, and that just added one little more level of there's so much going on. Yes.
Yeah, and you can always scale things up in terms of as the levels progress to make them harder or easier. Even if the screen is full, you can make them, less threatening or things moving slowly or fast, so that it's not super hard. But you can still include everything, like the missiles going across. The cats are going insane.
Yes,
The real negative, I think the real negative thing of the approach I took with this game was I basically had an entire game without a real good solid story behind it. So I had to kind of come up with what's really going on here after the game was almost done.
I think that was the case with a lot of classic games on the Atari 2600 as well. I think a lot of them made the game, and then they handed it over, and then there was a copywriter just making up something to fit what they saw on the screen. So I don't think that's an unusual thing to happen. And you can always come up with whatever afterwards to make it fit, because you can come up with a backstory that's like it started 100 years ago, and then it progresses to what you see on the screen. Crazy. So, super fun, frantic game. Lots going on. It's right up my alley. I love shooters, and I love twists on shooters as well, and bosses. So it's great that you have a boss to break up the gameplay by switching back and forth between the main screen and the second screen. Was the boss a planned thing from the beginning, or was it one of the things, like you said, you add as time goes on? Because it seems like a pretty main part.
Yeah, I probably had thought I wanted to do that pretty early on, and those sequences were really fun to design. They're all relatively unique, and I had a great time with those. I put so much playtesting time into those boss battles.
Yeah, because you don't want the bosses too easy or too hard, and you have to have the right number of hit points, and you got to make sure that you can't just hide out in a corner and move over and zap them easy. You don't want any hiding spaces.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, testing every little place that you could hide on the screen was part of the testing. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a question from Cafe Man 2D. How many K does your music take up, if you remember?
Yeah, because I did this game. I finished this game over a year ago. I can't say that I remember off the top of my head. Right. It might be in the forums how much space it took up, but I don't recall off the top of my head. And since the music's brought up, I wanted to mention that the Pokey music was designed by he was a relatively new AtariAge user, Hexaflight. I had met him on a different forum. It was a mod music forum on the internet, and I reached out to him and asked him if I could use one of his songs and rework it myself to include an Atari game. And he said, "No, but I would love to work with you and make a new one." And
even better.
He agreed to collaborate, and it was just somebody at the time that was random that I just reached out to and asked if I could use his music, and he turned out to be a huge help. Wow. So a big shout out to him. I love what he did.
So did Hexaflight, had they ever worked with 7800, is this TIA or Pokey music?
It's all Pokey music.
Okay,
the sound effects are TIA, the music is Pokey.
Right. And had they ever worked with the Pokey chip before, or did you just say, here's the documentation for it, here's the limitations, here's the number of voices, go for it?
No, he had experience with that. He was a big fan of chiptunes on the 8-bit platform, on the Atari computer side. Not necessarily on the 7800. So
no problem.
So yeah, he definitely had the experience.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, did a great job. Last question. Do you have any upcoming games? I know you're quite prolific. That you want to talk about before we let you go?
The only game I've got under active development right now, it's actually almost done. It's called Dasher. It's for the Atari 2600 platform. It should work fine on the Plus platforms as well.
Yeah. Excellent game. Oh my god. Just right up my alley platformer. It's so good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know you played it on your show already, and I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
It's free to download on the Atari Basic forums. You can go there and find it, and yeah, check it out. It's fun. It was inspired. It's kind of inspired by Mr. Run and Jump, so it's a similar type game.
Yeah. If you like Mr. Run and Jump, you'll definitely like Dasher. If you like platformers, it's a really great platformer for the 2600. I still have to play it one more time to complete it. So I was almost there, but found a bug, but
I think I fixed that.
That's part of the show. I know I'm going to encounter bugs, and it's actually a good thing because
it is.
Every bug that's squashed is one less bug that you have to worry about when putting it out, the final version, either as a binary or on cartridge.
Yep. So yeah, I appreciate you reporting that, and it was fun watching you play.
Yeah, that too. And you can see how other people play your games. Like, oh, that's an unexpected way. Because I was doing like some weird jumping, and one time I got into like Nowheresville above the screen. I'm like, where am I?
That was fixed.
Yep, out of bounds. But yeah, finding bugs is great. Gets them squashed. So thank you once again for coming on, and also thank you for coming on for your developer spotlight. Always fun to run through the gamut of developers' games and see how they progress and how their games progress and how their talent progresses. And yeah, it was a really fun time.
Great. It's always a pleasure, you guys. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Steve, and we'll talk with you soon and see you online.
Yep. See you online.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
There you go. You kicking ass or
no,
did you kick your
the
ass?
exact opposite. Usually I can get that predator at least once, but it was not in my favor.
Oh no. Need more practice. Let's put Drone Patrol away. How are we doing for time? Really good. We're like exactly on
the mark.
time.
You know
all
exactly
day
how
today.
long these things take now.
Yeah, I had
Just 8 years in.
takes a while.
Yeah.
You know. Ooh, warm cartridge.
It's all the
And
button
practice
mashing.
yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Heating up the chips inside
Heating up
the
the chips,
7800.
Physical.
Yep. All the physical chips inside.
Yeah.
Warming up the 7800,
Yeah,
which is
smacking the
good because
button.
it
Translating along the line of the joystick to the chip.
7800 is one of those systems that literally needs warming up.
Does it really? Yeah, that's true.
'Cause
That's
it
true. With the
changes
colors
on
and
the
everything.
NTSC anyway, because the colors change.
Yeah,
which
I
is
find
so
that hilarious.
funny
yeah.
to me and somewhat charming.
It is
almost.
charming. Yeah.
It's like we got to warm it up first.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's like-
Drone Patrol.
It's like blowing in the Nintendo carts,
Oh, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. Just get your spit all over them. but
Yeah.
It's a fun thing to talk about anyway,
Mm-hmm.
even though you're not supposed to do it. So we are on to our fourth from last game now. Halfway through, I think. Just over halfway through now. So the next guest we're going to be having on
Yes.
is Darryl Guenther
Yay.
for his 7800 game, Block'em Sock'em. So
Awesome.
let's get him prepped on the line here. Get him ready. There you go. Which is the joystick you're not using? That one? Okay. It's out of the
That's
way.
a 2600. Yeah.
Okay.
7800.
Ready for Block'em Sock'em?
Mm-hmm.
You love puzzle games. So
Oh, I
this is what-
do. Yeah.
This is going to be good
That's-
then.
Awesome.
So let's get Block'em Sock'em out. Why am I not bringing out all the games?
I don't know.
That's so silly. Let me go get the Block'em Sock'em out of there.
Oh my
Out
goodness.
the bin here.
And now he's going to get attacked by a bunch of bins full of
Yeah.
games. Did you put it away?
Ooh, did I put it away? That's a possibility.
It can't be far.
No, it can't be. Is it actually in the pile and I'm just missing it? No.
Uh-oh.
Am I blind? Sometimes they hide on me.
Well, you're not expecting the color.
Yeah. Maybe it's in this other bin here.
My goodness.
That's most likely it. Where is it? Please hold. Please hold. Got too many games here.
I think you do.
That's an issue.
That's always a problem.
Let me check my stack of games. 'Cause I know I have it. It's just a factor of where. What is the color of it?
Do you need another set of eyes? Or should I feed the cats in the meantime?
Yeah.
Do you want
should
some
feed the
catnip while
cats.
James... Hold, please.
So you can, so we can show something.
We'll catnip the cats in the meantime.
So
Do you want some catnip?
Let's entertain the crowd with cats.
There we
There you go. It's cats. Please hold, Darryl, if that's okay. You're all good?
We'll
Yes.
get there.
Oh, we find your game.
Okay.
It's ran away.
How is that possible?
That's a good question.
What's
How is it
catnip?
possible?
Would it have been put away when you last spoke with,
Darryl?
not Darryl,
Oh, that is possible. When I spoke with John Hancock.
John Hancock, yes.
You know what? That's very, very likely, actually. Because we had John Hancock on the show, and obviously we talked about
Block'em Sock'em.
Block'em Sock'em. So it's in a place that is not expected, which is not really a fun time for me.
Oh, okay. Sid is taking the...
It's taking the bait?
Yeah.
Good. How embarrassing.
Incredibly.
How embarrassing. It's somewhere. So what does the chat think of this dilemma?
Dilemma.
Is it dilemma? That's not the right word. Problem. See, it's a 7800 game, so I shouldn't have included it in my 2600 pile. But it's always possible.
Is it in this bin?
That's the bin it should be in, if I hadn't taken it out, which I did not take it out, because it wasn't in the bin. And it's hard to take out a game that's not in the bin, which is why I didn't see it come out of the bin. But you know what? We're going to bring on Darryl, because having somebody on the screen is better than having nobody on the screen. What do you think? Let's see. Let's bring on Darryl. Darryl!
Hey.
What do you
How's it
think
going?
of this terrible? It's not going good, actually, because we've misplaced your game.
Wow.
Is it with the Jaguar version? Actually, that is a good hint. Al has suggested that it might be with the Jaguar version, which makes a lot of sense if I brought it out with when we did the interview with John Hancock, going through all the Block'em Sock'ems. But you know what? That's also not not visible either. So that actually could be where it is
The Jaguars?
with the Jaguar version. But I don't see that one.
Be behind there.
Yeah, it could be behind here. So Darryl, tell us about Block'em Sock'em. What is the game about?
Well, I met John at a game convention in Ohio here, and it was originated. I think at that time, I don't think the Jaguar version had come out yet. I think the Genesis version was out. I think the others were in progress or something. And John had asked me if I was interested in porting his game. And he gave me a flash drive with the game and the Genesis version, and I took it home. I said, well, I'll take a look at it, because I'm inspired by, can I do this? You know, can I get a guy to run across the screen, and can I get it to hit the blocks and change the screen layout, you know, from a technical aspect. And as I started to go through the process, you know, I was learning new techniques to get the job done. And at that time, I came across, you know, some of the things that I liked about the Genesis, and there were some things that I wanted to tweak possibly. So I asked John if there was any wiggle room to play around with it a little bit. And he said, yeah, you know, sure, go ahead. And that's where I got the guy running off the screen with the bonus points and so on and so forth, to make use of the extra time.
So we're going to actually load up the game.
Okay.
Not from the cartridge, so that Tanya can play it, and you can answer the questions, and I will continue to look for the game.
Yeah.
And it's very mysterious that I don't have either the Jaguar or...
Do you have the latest version with the pokey sound?
I will check. Let me take a look. I can tell you what the date is on it. It says final from March 5th, 2024.
Okay. So the version that'll be in the AtariAge store, in addition to the Yamaha sound, which is probably the preferred sound for most. And if you're playing this on a 2600 plus or 7800 plus, you're going to have Yamaha sound. But there's an option now to play pokey sound.
Right.
So the pokey soundtrack from PlaySoft's 5200 Atari 8-bit version has been added into it. He was generous enough to share that with me, and also helped with some screen optimizations to allow the extra sound engine to be incorporated without slowing the game down, because it was pretty much at its limit. So
we're going to load it up, and hopefully it's a good representation of the final game. I mean, the gameplay is going to be the same. There we go.
And you're going to continue to look?
And I will continue to look and ask questions. So we've got, like, most of what's happening here. You've done a number of ports of arcade games, and Block'em Sock'em is also a port, but this time you worked with the game designer of the original game, which is a little different. So how would you compare the expectations of fans of a beloved arcade game to the expectations of the game designer to be completely faithful to the original experience of, like, a previously released game?
Well, you know, this was kind of nice because, like I said, there was wiggle room to it. So when I talked to John about it, I had some ideas, and since it's an original port, I thought, you know, do they all have to be exactly the same? Because while I was working on it, I think a couple other versions did come out, and all of them have a little bit different elements to it. They have a little bit different rules. And I think that's one of the things that makes this game unique, because if you collect it for every system, it's not going to be like you're playing the same exact game. So each one has a different soundtrack. You know, the Jaguar has really cool sampled music and has a little bit more, you know, you can throw the block and change the color. I think that's the one that has that. And Super Nintendo has a little different soundtrack, I think. So they're all unique in their own way, and I think that's what's kind of cool about this game. where you actually have a different version for each system, kind of like an old Activision way of looking at things. Where you had Demon Attack that had the giant mothership on the Intellivision, right?
That's right, and that happened a lot back in the day when you did have various ports for various different consoles, and they all had their limitations or advantages one over the other, so that they all were a little different. Or you had like the Nintendo release without blood or something like that.
Right.
So it does lend itself, especially if like things are quite a bit different, to collect all the different versions, maybe, especially if you have all the platforms and you can go, okay, well, I want to play it on this one because I like this aspect of it, or today I'm going to play it on this one because it has more levels or something. So can you talk a little bit about the development of Block 'em Sock 'em, what kind of things you were supplied with when you took the project from John Hancock? Did he give you any code or assets from the other projects, or basically did he give you the rule set and the level layout?
I had the Genesis version to play through, so I had to figure out the rules. I wasn't exactly sure what the rules were.
So you were kind of like those developers back in the day where they were like, they carted in the arcade machine, and it's like, there it is, make it for the 2600. That's all you get.
Yes. And it's funny because I've spoken with a couple other developers that did ports, and all of us were kind of like, I didn't catch that. We all saw a different way. So it was kind of up for interpretation a little bit, in the rules. And he had supplied, I think, a little bit of Genesis code, but it wasn't anything that I could read.
Okay.
And or maybe it was just the game and a few graphic things, but I ended up having to do everything a little bit differently because the 7800's palette and the way the graphic format is. So I think I may have. I don't think I was able to really use it. I was just, it was just kind of like something to go by.
So it wouldn't necessarily been advantageous to have the code anyway, because you would have had to. It's such a different platform, a different chipset, that you would have had to make it from scratch anyway. So just having the rules and understanding the game is probably enough. And you could see the graphics on the screen on the other one anyway. And it's not like it's like super detailed with like characters that are 100 pixels wide and it had to be perfect. It's like, well, it's still a relatively similar level of system. Right.
Yeah, actually the graphics were, to me, it seems like the 7800, other than the resolution's a little bit higher, the graphics were very close in many ways. Maybe not as many colors and a little bit lower resolution. And then sound-wise, it was really Playsoft who helped me with the Genesis conversion.
Right.
Because he had already been pretty, playing around with that. And the Genesis version has sampled drums where the chip that's in the Dragonfly at the time doesn't. So he was able to kind of convert that to FM drum sounds. And I thought it sounded pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this, if I'm not mistaken, appears to be the first puzzle game that you've released. So did you need to think differently about the development of the game, or was it fairly straightforward, just knowing the rule set and the game, like the reaction of blocks with each other? And it's also somewhat similar to pushing ice in Pengo, where you're pushing a block. So did that help out with development at all because you're somewhat familiar, or was it with blocks flying around the screen, or was it like quite a departure because it was a puzzle game?
It was quite a bit different. I thought it would be similar because the games I was used to, like Pengo, it's a bitmap playfield, of 4x16 tiles. And then when you push a block, that block gets erased and becomes a sprite. And then that sprite moves around. Right?
Okay.
And you have a lot of sprites. Well, everything on the playfield here is basically a sprite.
Okay.
So there's some things, it's all in 7800 basic, but there are some under the hood techniques that have been shared. And really, I had to use those in order to use different size, like everything being a sprite, everything's a 12x16 tile, basically.
Okay.
So there's that, and then there was the concept of having that background that once you clear one of the tiles, what's supposed to go there, right? So you're clearing that row.
Yeah.
What's back there? Because it's not really two play fields. So just thinking, how am I going to pull this off to make it work that way? That was a lot of fun figuring that out.
Yeah, because it's not a blank screen in behind. There's like stuff. There's stuff going on in behind.
Right.
So making it tile is probably the best. Was the easiest rather than replacing constantly every little part on the board.
Right.
Let's see. We've come to the end of the questions. I am very disappointed that I don't have the box. I may not even have the box. I'm going to investigate this whole room and see if I do or not have the box, because it is a possibility. I'm going to look at the old interview that I have with John Hancock to see if I even brought it out then. Because I think that was this year that I talked with him about it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would have had the box from PRG last year. So I am both embarrassed and I apologize for that.
Oh. I don't know if the new box has changed at all with the pokey sound. Like you said, that will be a little different.
Right.
There's an option when you go into the settings now where you can select the TIA sound, the pokey sound, or the Yamaha. And depending on what system, if you're using it on a stock 7800, before you had to go with the TIA.
Yes,
now you could go to pokey. So that's an advantage for people who are playing it on actual hardware.
Oh, Al says he can unbox it there on video. I think we will do that. Because we do want to show off the box and show off the handiwork of William Thorpe, because he's such a great artist. So we may go to... Oh, he's going to do it. Okay. So we don't want to miss out on that. So we're going to throw to Al right after we let you go. He's going to go grab the box and get on Teams. But before we let you go, do you have any upcoming games you're working on that you can talk about that may be coming out or you're working on at the moment?
Well, nothing new that I have that's coming out soon, but Mousetrap will finally get a release as Mousetrap at PRGE.
That's right. That's great.
Yeah. So, and then the surprise to that is that I was able to squeeze Mouseline.
Oh, nice.
So when you put in the Mousetrap cartridge, you have the different options in the menu, and Mouseline is one of the options.
Oh,
and
nice.
that is the 4th high scoreboard. So it'll keep your high score for Mouseline and all 3 difficulties for Mousetrap.
Oh, that's really, really great. And Mousetrap uses the SNES, can use the SNES adapter, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yes, yeah, it can use the NS or SNES to Atari adapter.
Yeah.
And it can, and there's 2 settings, so it's important for Mousetrap to go into the settings and tell it which adapter you have, because there is 7800, the Mega 7800. You can also use a 6-button Genesis, where all the bottom buttons are your dog buttons and the top 3 are red, yellow, blue.
Yeah.
The Super Nintendo uses the top 3 rows as red, yellow, blue, and then the bottom of that diamond triangle is your doggy button.
Right.
But if you have I don't know if this will show up, But if you have an SNES Advantage controller, which this might not...
Just put it right in front of you. Put it right in front of you. There you go. I do have that. I do have that one. Yeah.
The buttons have different colors. And there's a setting in the menu where you can do color buttons, and it will match to the colors.
Oh,
For me,
awesome.
my motor memory still goes red, yellow, blue, but somebody requested that, and that's an option also. So
yeah, an easy
a lot of
addition
stuff
to throw in. And I remember last year, I think there was a special joystick that somebody made that has those color buttons.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was a really nice
I wish I had
joystick.
that in here. Yeah. I might see if I can bring it this year again. Because that is a nice setting for the 7800 Plus, since you can't necessarily, at this time at least, use the adapters for the 6-button controllers.
Right.
You can plug one controller into the left and one into the right, and then you have your controller, you have your directions with one. The other one can be left is your red, up is your yellow, right is your blue, and down is your dog button. So you could have two hands going at it.
Oh, very nice. And I know some people make couplers as well. So maybe there'll be a coupler that comes out, because I know there's a fair number of dual joystick games out there that people would love to play on the 7800 Plus. So those, you could make a dual joystick container for those. So the possibilities are endless. So that's great that you've included all those different joystick configurations, and even took requests.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're going to be at PRG. That's excellent.
Yes, that's the plan.
Great. So
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah, us too. So we'll definitely see you there and talk to you there about your new release. And I'm so glad you got to release under the name.
Yeah.
That's really great. Yeah. Yep. So I think Al will be ready in 1 minute. So I don't know when he typed that, so he'll be ready soon. Al, when you are ready, just type it into the chat and we'll throw it to you. And we'll just continue. Tanya could play this all day.
I can.
So we'll just let Tanya play it till Al's ready. And thank you so much, Darryl. It's always a pleasure to speak with you, and looking forward to hanging out with you at PRG this year again.
Likewise. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Talk with you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
There we go. We'll switch to the game there. Oh, he is ready. Okay.
Excellent.
Perfect. So we'll disconnect from Darryl. Bye-bye. We'll go to Al here. Overcome, something like that. There's some saying, and we did improvise and overcome. I'm going to get Al on the line here. We can do a extra special unboxing. There he is. Hey, Al.
Hey. I didn't expect to see you guys today.
I know. It's a surprise guest. And we're able to rescue the unboxing by having you on. And it's great to have you on again. I genuinely, I swear I had this in the box. Maybe I don't. Maybe it was something that slipped under the radar. I'll have to check back. And
I do think, because you were talking with John Hancock, that maybe it got put with all his games together or something like that. Yeah.
But I'll look at the. Oh, you're muted. I'll have to look at the footage and see if I actually brought out that box.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. So, Al, you have the box. Oh, you're muted. We can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, I'm
there we go.
Here. Okay. All right.
There you go.
So yeah, I had to build a copy real quick because I don't have them all built yet for PRG.
Oh, one less thing to build. There you go.
There's the box.
No, I have that
just
box.
Like the Jaguar box, except for. Go ahead.
I absolutely have that box. It is somewhere. Just seeing it again.
The back.
Yeah.
No,
so
there is
colorful.
no mention of Pokey on this because these were printed some time ago.
Okay.
It's not in the manual either. So I'm going to unbox it. I don't have this set up with the camera where I can just
that's
show
pretty
you
good.
on my desk here very easily.
Mm-hmm.
You just hold up the pieces.
I have to hold it there. I only have two hands. Okay, so I'm unboxing it. So here's the manual. There's a beautiful manual, nice and glossy.
Gorgeous.
Oh, I love the green and black. It's gorgeous.
Do the Vanna White and show you guys the manual.
Oh,
So it came out nice, yeah.
Those floating blocks. Yeah, William Thorpe is so good and so prolific. I didn't count how many of his packages were this year, or the ones that just got released out of the 17. But there's
quite
a few.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time working on the stuff. He's working on 6 games right now for me, and trying to get all those done for PRG.
Yeah.
So we're furiously doing all that. But yeah, this will be a lot of fun. It's it's a little different than the version that was sold by John originally last year at PRG. Yeah. We had it running at the booth in a demo just to have it running because we knew it would be in the store. Yeah. But that's basically it for the unboxing. And I know you have more people to talk or more games to play. So
yes,
there you go. Now you know what to look for.
Yes. Focused on that.
We have it somewhere.
I'll find it. Thank you for rescuing us.
Yeah.
Just to show us the unboxing.
Yep.
So we'll let you go.
It's good that I got dressed today.
That's good. You have your shirt on today. That's really good. Okay, Al. Right. We'll talk with you online.
Continue. Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. Saved by Al.
Saved by Al. We're not that far behind. And luckily, the next people are the last people.
Oh, okay.
Not the last game, but the last group of people.
Nice.
This time. We're going to be talking with Robert Anschuetz, Eric Anschuetz, and John Weisgerber about the AWA Anthology.
Nice.
And it's a compilation of games, so you're going to get to play a number of games.
A few of them. Yes. Yeah.
Not all of them, because we did play them all before on the show. We had them on as guests to go through the history.
Yes.
So it's going to be like an abridged version of that.
A few of them.
Plus the really, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get them on the line. And get that going. Oh, I can hear that in the background. I'm like, what is that music?
It's the Block'em Sock'em music.
It is. Okay. We've got 2 out of the 3 people right now.
This says they're all in the chat.
See if we can get one more.
We're almost
we
there.
We need 3. And then we will get the intro going. See if I can hide myself. That would be perfect. Excellent. I've got myself hidden now. We just need
Teams
John
is a good
to
time.
join us.
Yeah.
Oh,
almost.
Almost. Say I'm requesting him to join, and it calls and then hangs up immediately. Let's see if I can do it a different way. Don't know. Because I would like all 3.
We're going to do the best we can.
Do the best we can.
Yeah.
But it's not hooking up with John. Oh, what if you schedule a meeting? I might have to do that, so let me try that way. I'm going to hang up with you guys. And then I will invite you to a meeting and... oh, I let them go already. And then
dropped.
I'll invite them to the meeting. So that will
help.
Probably make it easier. Yeah, there we go.
Better?
Yeah, this will be easier. I'll just send them in and invite. I will join. There's Robert.
The crafting's going well, Nostalgic. I was just actually doing some painting right before the show started, so there you go. Some watercolor.
John.
I can't see the chat from across the room. There we go.
And then I'll get Eric. And I think...
AtariAge says, really pushing your luck with teams.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We've got Eric joining up. Now we just need John again.
Hopefully.
And he's requesting, which is
a good sign.
Better than before. And I'll just turn my video off. And we should be good. Excellent. We've got all three.
All right.
Okay. So let me adjust my screen so
get there eventually, right?
So we can get 3 people on. Actually, it might be okay like that.
It's not too bad.
That's not too bad. Okay, let's bring them on. Welcome Hello. To all of you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
How are
John.
you doing? Robert, Eric, John, thank you so much for coming on to talk about your new release in the AtariAge store. Not just release. Release is in multiple senses. Right. Because this is not only a compilation, but it's being released on multiple platforms. So let me get out the boxes here. So we've got 2 boxes right here.
Right.
One is for the 5200 and one is for the Atari 8-bit. So let me put it up here. And today we're going to be playing the Atari 8-bit version of the game.
I think you want to flip from the cat cam to the...
Yes.
Yes.
So we're going to get that going here. So you guys can see the
there
boxes.
We go.
There we go.
Perfect.
That's the main feature, right? The release. So while I get the Atari 8-bit set up and swap it out for the 7800, I'm going to ask you a little bit about the packaging. And actually, I'll get Tanya to unbox it while I get that hooked up. So again, like we were just talking about, William Thorup did the packaging for the AWA Anthology. So how did that come about, and how was the collaboration? Because this is quite an undertaking. There's a lot of material, and the manual is quite hefty because it does have to cover a lot of games. So maybe we can talk a little bit about the manual and also the cover art of the box and all the artwork that goes into it. So just open up the that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is that you?
Oh, wait a second. Wait. Sorry. There we go. Now we can hear you. Sorry.
All right. Thanks. So, we're really excited to be here tonight, and the boxing really started out with all 3 of us developers and Al all agreed that we wanted to kind of go super duper on this and super retro, because the initial games that we wrote back in the 80s were all basic games, and we wanted to upgrade those games to kind of the 2000s and make them a lot funner to play and more engaging and everything else. But we wanted to have a retro kind of feel for this, so that is reflected in the floppy disk that we're including in the box. It's also included in the instruction manual. I took a first stab at the instruction manual. As you mentioned, there's 14 games, so we knew it was going to be a really lengthy manual. We wanted to include a screenshot and the controls, and every game had slightly different controls with the joystick and fire button. But so we had to include all that information and then a little bit about the background, setting the scene for the games, and then also how to play them. So condensing that all into kind of a half a page plus a screenshot, so it kind of works out to 2 pages per game. That was kind of tough to write all that up, but anyway, William did such a great job with the artwork. We all just loved his first drafts of it. It's kind of very cartoony, 80s looking, the fonts, the colors. It's all supposed to kind of reflect the 1980s.
So I think Robert had the idea that there should be this sort of a montage of all the games originally. And he had a concept, And then I think William and maybe Al interpreted that a little bit to come up with, what you see on the cover of the box and the manual, which is really beautiful. I mean, it's really cool.
Super colorful.
So we did, we went through many iterations, but William was great to work with, and he's just a genius. He's amazing.
He is. And like this look is different from another look of a box, so he's able to really tailor your ideas and the feel of the games, and like you said, a throwback to the feeling of 80s and the look of 80s. And maybe you could talk a little bit about the variety of ways you can play the game on your system. There is a cartridge, there is a floppy disk, and there's also a thumb drive as well, which leads into another question of mine, is that you've generously included a thumb drive with extensive data. Extensive, 4.5 gigs worth of data. And people are thinking, how can the games be 4.5 gigs?
Yeah.
But there's so much stuff in them. Development notes, audio files of the music, the assembly, the basic source code, amongst other things. This release is like an incredible love letter to not only the Atari 8-bit computers you grew up with, but also, a historical document of that time of your life. So how does it feel to see not only your game being physically released, but also so many other games still being made for all these consoles and computers that we all love?
Yeah, we never left Atari. We all had we've never gotten rid of our systems. We started out with the Atari 400 with the 410 cassette recorder, and we sold some of our early games to Compute Magazine and Antic Magazine, the basic ones. And with those proceeds, we upgraded our computer systems. We bought 800 XLs with disk drives, and so we've been in the Atari game, ever since the 80s and never have really left. But it's amazing that it's still going now. But we always had an idea that we wanted to kind of update these basic games that we wrote and make them even better. But yeah, we on the SD card, was a USB thumb drive actually. We included all of our development notes that we actually kept from the 1980s. We had them up in the attic for a long time, but we brought them down and we scanned them, and so all that's on there. All the like the bitmap graphics that we did back in the 80s are all in that enclosed USB thumb drive, and all the source code, the basic code, of course, and the assembly code that we've got. Plus, we have a lot of these games were reviewed on YouTube, so we've got a lot of the videos of those reviews, and those take up a lot of the 5 gig. We got some clips from the magazines, from the Antic and Computes that these were published in. So, we've got everything in there that we had. So we just threw it all on that USB drive, and luckily it fit within an 8 gig drive, and I think it takes up 5 gig of it.
So this is like this is like a complete collection for all these games you want for nothing if you buy this. So if you like a game on this compilation, you will be able to find out everything from very start to very finish about the evolution of every single one of these games in depth, and even only dedicating 2 pages each to each game in the manual makes for like there's a flat edge to this manual on the side of it, and not many game manuals through AtariAge have that flat edge. It's quite a huge undertaking. So putting together this whole package, like post making all these games and completing all these games in their current form, what was it like? How long did it take to put all of this together? Like compile all the interviews, all the magazine things. Were they compiled over the years, ready to be put onto the thumb drive, or did you have to go and seek out a couple things?
Well, for the most part, we're pack rats. So we had been collecting them along the way, but there were a lot of things once we released some of these on AtariAge. others did reviews, so we would find those and include them in the packaging for the USB thumb drive. But it took us over a year and a half to rewrite all 14 of these games. And our goal was to really capture the essence of the original games so that they were certainly recognizable, but just upgrade music, upgrade graphics, upgrade some bells and whistles, and obviously rewrite them all in 100% assembly language when the originals were in mostly basic, but with a mixture of a little bit of assembly.
Right. To speed them up where it needed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and they all needed it. They all definitely needed it.
So this is probably one of the longest development times of any game that I've featured on ZeroPage Homebrew. From actual inception to physical release, over 40 years in the making. So what motivated you to come back and enhance all these games for this for this release, essentially?
Well, I was getting ready to retire, and so I kind of wanted to, we had always thought of kind of redoing some of these games, and the graphics makes up a large portion of the game code itself. So we had all the graphics, and then I said to my brother that we could probably just rewrite some of these things. It wouldn't be too hard, but it turns out that there's a steep learning curve for even getting Hello World to work under assembly language. So I got a heck of a lot of help on the AtariAge forums.
Good. Yeah.
From just asking questions, and so many people on those forums are so willing to help out any way they can. And so with a lot of help from others giving tips and encouragement, we started rewriting some of them. I think the first one I started to rewrite was Sakoban. And then after a while, we released a couple of them, and some people were asking if we could do them on the 5200. And, we thought that wouldn't be too much of a stretch. But at the end of the day, if you've written a game for a cartridge on the 8-bit, it's fairly simple to make the leap to the 5200. But we hadn't designed them to go on cartridge at the start, so we had to rewrite some things. But so there was a development cycle for sure. But once we got them going, we kind of divided up the work and just one by one knocked out the 14 games.
And that kind of leads me to, Tanya's playing through a couple of select games to give people an idea of, the variety of games, diversity of games that are contained on here, because somebody's going to find something that they enjoy out of 14 games. There's
tons.
A whole bunch of different styles of games here. There's shooters, platformers, there's maze games, there's just everything on here. But speaking of the 5200, the compilation of these games actually adds a huge contribution to the list of titles available for the 5200, especially on cartridge. So reading through the release notes for the game, it was quite an undertaking, not only updating your games to assembly, like you said, like learning and adapting them, but also adapting them for the 5200. So what was the motivation to bring these games to the 5200 in addition to the Atari 8-bit release? And did any of you have a 5200 back in the day?
Let me go on that. So one of the motivations was there are tens of thousands of releases for the 8-bit. So we thought you go to the 8-bit or the 5200 forum on AtariAge, and there's not as many releases, and every release is met with a lot of great enthusiasm, because they're the Atari 5200 users are kind of starved for games. So we thought if we could release these on the 5200 as well, that they would definitely hit a larger percentage of that audience, the 5200 audience. Anybody that's involved in the AtariAge forums for the 5200 side will take note of those new games coming out. So that was one of the things. And as far as did we have a 5200? No, we did not. So we used the Altera emulator to develop these on the 5200 and test them out. But we did have a few people on AtariAge, put their ROMs onto a multi-cart and verify that they did work. Now, since then, both John and I have purchased 5200s. Eric still does not have one, but we have, John in his basement has the 5200 version of the cart running on his 5200.
Sure, yeah. But like everybody, I face issues where every month or so I get out my joysticks for my 5200 and the fire buttons are not functioning.
Yeah,
so,
you'll have to get those upgraded with the gold overlays. And
right.
The new buttons.
Robert has told me about that, and that is the plan. I'm going to be
really good. I fixed 5 of my Atari 5200 joysticks, and they all work perfectly now. It's really worth it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you get the buttons and the circuit?
Oh yeah, because I had it like 5 or 6 that have various problems. Like one of them, the boot had dissolved. One of them, the fire buttons were bad. Some of them had like the number pad was not working. So I just bought a whole bunch of everything and went through one by one and upgraded all my joysticks. And now I've got an absolute more than full set of them and a 4-port 5200, because sometimes we have 4 people here to play 4-player games on it.
Yeah.
So I needed that, so it's well worth doing.
Yeah. John's got the 4-port and I've got a 2-port.
Excellent. And to your point about the 5200 community, they really, really love when new games come out, and they're very they're on it. They pay attention, and they buy everything that comes out on cartridge for the 5200. So it's really a really smart move to do it for the 5200 and give something to that community that are just so loyal to the machine and just love everything that comes out for it.
Right. Yeah. And we are really kind of honored that this year, at least, the AtariAge releases were the only 8-bit and 5200 released this year. So we got kind of 100% of the market share this year.
Special focus. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've got to give a shout out to AtariAge forum user named Wrathchild. A lot of people know who he is, but he's the one that I put out a call for help on 5200 programming, and he gave me sample code, and that really got me started. So we wouldn't have these on the 5200 without Wrathchild's help.
And Nostalgic on the chat says the floppy disks were a really nice touch. And a lot of people use multi-carts and cartridges and stuff. So what was the motivation behind doing the floppies? Because that's not uncommon. There are still a lot of 8-bit, like ABBUC releases things on floppy and stuff. But was it a throwback because you did have the cartridge as well? You wanted to have that floppy release?
Absolutely. That's 100% of the reason we wanted to do that. The hard thing about the floppies is, the Atari's got a 90K floppy per side, and the 1050 can support 130K. So that's what these are on, 130K.
Okay.
But the problem is, the cartridge is 512 kilobytes of data, 14 32K games, plus an Easter egg that occupies 32K, and we challenge people to go find that Easter egg in our game. So
there you go.
So getting that all on a floppy, on a single-sided floppy, was very challenging, but it fits. And I had to use this light DOS to we literally were down to the last sector, and we couldn't even use DOS 2.5. So anyway, it fits. And on the side B of it, it's really neat. We've got the basic games. So on one side has all the assembly games, and the other side has all the basic games. And the only thing we had to cripple a little bit was the menu for the basic loader menu. But it essentially looks the same. But anyway, so we got all the basic on side B and all the assembly, the new games on side A. But it was all for nostalgia, of course.
Oh, that's great.
And you don't hear those great sounds that are created with the loading of a floppy on the ROM. So
yes.
So you have to use the floppy.
That's right. And now in the chat is talking about sourcing the floppies was no problem. I guess there's a pretty decent supply of floppies. Oh, Tanya finally crashed out on that. Some
well,
plumbers
Al
on the
really
screen
put
there.
a lot of work into this package.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many parts of it that I think Al had to source various things and get even just like little labels for the USB thumb drives and things like that. So it's really neat.
It's a lot of work for Al too. He's got to copy the floppies. He's got to burn the ROMs, and these are big 512K ROMs. And so thanks, Al.
Yeah. And Al, do you test every single game every time you copy one of those floppies? They have to make sure they all load and they all work. Because I know he has to test each cartridge, but I guess you just make it load up to the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a lot of parts to bring together. Yeah. Way more than an average release. Maybe save for like the EXO collector's edition that had a lot of little things put together for it. This is quite an undertaking. So, yeah, congratulations on this release.
We're also happy. We're also proud to have the posters on our walls and the boxes on our shelves. I mean, we couldn't be more proud of how it turned out.
Yeah. Here's the
if you had told 16-year-old or 18-year-old us that we have these basic games on an actual cartridge that was distributed one day, we wouldn't believe it. I mean,
I mean, you guys had pretty good success with getting these games published and getting paid for them back in the day. So
it wasn't bad for college kids. We started in high school. I think we got our first paycheck. So it wasn't bad at all.
The bar was a little bit lower for type-in basic games, though. In the 80s. And it really is impressive. The homebrew scene now is amazing. Some of the games out there, even for the 2600, they're just awesome. Some of the games you're showing. How great.
The talent, and like you touched on, the cooperation and the resources that the AtariAge forum supplies. The community really, they work together because we all benefit from this. We all benefit from these great games. So it's really in everybody's best interest to lift everybody up. A rising tide floats all boats, and it's very, very true. With every release that you see, the community has a hand in everything. And you look at the thanks that are given in the backs of the manuals of all these, and it's just a great list of awesome community members. And you touched on that, leaning on the community as well through the AtariAge forums.
We definitely do.
So is this the end of your programming career for the Atari 8-bit and 5200, or is it just the start of a new era for you guys? Is there anything in the future that you would like to work on, or you are working on?
We've got some plans, but they won't be released for 40 years. But, actually, last year we came out with a missile command based on the arcade source code that runs on an 8-bit computer with the VBXE extension card. So that was a great labor of love too. I got my Missile Command shirt on because it was my favorite game growing up. And,
yes, that's right. That's great.
Actually taking the arcade source code and making that work on the 8-bit basically perfectly, because the arcade version of Missile Command used a Pokey chip and it used 6502. So the only thing different was graphics. So that was still challenging enough, but at least we got that working. And that was kind of a neat contribution too, that kind of came full cycle for me. Having that being my favorite game.
Yeah, that worked. I played that on the show, and it worked and looked really, really good. Yeah.
And trackball compliant.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the best part of it.
And another thing, all 14 of these games are couch compliant too. Every single one.
Yes, excellent.
Every single one. So the other thing is
the basic ones are not.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Three of the games have Kooky in the name: Kookie's Quest, Kooky Climber, and Kooky Diver. And that was kind of a thing we had going in the basic era. And John's big dream is to come up with another Kooky game. So that
I
will
would like to
probably
do
happen.
that.
Complete the set.
latter-day sequel, maybe with a little bit more of a modern twist to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, more kooky to come.
Not dead yet.
That's right. Still going. We're all still going, which is great. Well, thank you for coming on, and thank you for releasing these absolute, astoundingly large releases for the 5200 and 8-bit. You can tell they're full of love and history, and they provide hours of not only entertainment but reading and pouring through all the documentation that you've included. It's really quite something.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for letting us come on.
Thanks so much.
And thank you for coming on again, talking about your amazing release. And we will talk with you soon and see you online.
All right. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Excellent. Always fun talking with those guys.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the last two games.
Nice.
And the last console.
Yeah.
Because we're going to switch it out for Jaguar. Jaguar. If you're European.
Yeah.
So let's clear off this.
Yes. I love the artwork on those AWAs.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It really
so
harkens back to,
graphic and colorful and beautiful.
Like the early 80s.
I mean,
colorful.
Yes.
So, going to cause an avalanche here.
Yeah, lots
now,
going on.
Which one did I put first? We're going to be doing Xenowings.
Nice.
Or Xenowings, depending on how you pronounce it. And one of the issues with only reading things online.
Jag game, right?
Yes.
Jag, and the next one's Jag.
And Jag as well.
Do you want me to unbox as you talk and flip out the Jag?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great plan.
I enjoy
You enjoy unboxing?
being the model here.
There you go.
Spokes model or whatever they
Spokes
call
model.
it. Yeah.
Oh. So let me get the cat cam going.
Yeah.
Why does it look so dark? There we go.
No Lynx releases in this batch.
No, not this year.
Not this time round.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
We will see.
Okay.
But we got a 5200, which is pretty rare to have that release.
Right, so I'm going to take it out of its protective shell, much like an M&M. All chocolatey goodness on the inside.
Oh, so let's say who did this.
Yes.
So I can preface this one.
Well, I'm just getting it out of the
so
main
this is
plastic.
Xenowings or Xenowings, Xenomorph, maybe. Then maybe that's
Xenowings.
Xenowings by Eric. How would you say that? Is it French?
Well, the accent Dézert sounds
Dézert.
like Eric Dézert or
Eric
Dézert.
Dézert. Eric DE45.
Nice.
So he is a 2-time Atari Homebrew Award nominee, and Xenowings was nominated for Best Game. And he did the code. Mick or MIC did the design and graphics, and DMASC did the music, and William Thorup did the packaging. BitJag.
Nice.
So let me get the Atari 8-bit out of the way while you do some unboxing.
Can you pass me your magical butter knife so I
Yes,
don't
here's
destroy
the
your
magical
packaging?
butter knife.
Thank you very much.
No destruction.
No destruction. There we go.
Al says there will be more Lynx games. Excellent. Because I have a new Lynx on the way. So hopefully there'll be 2-player Lynx games. That would be nice. We're going to have a 2-player Lynx day coming up.
That's what you need is you need any. Why am I opening the box entirely here? That's not the point. I know, I'm taking it apart. I was gonna say if you need a new merch idea, you can get a ZPH branded butter knife to open all of your.
That's very specific.
It is very specific. I love the packaging. Perfectly fitted cart in a cardboard box.
Yeah, those are nice and tight.
Yeah, they are. Look at that lovely, gorgeous cartridge. Xenowings. Place that there. And then we have the lovely manual. Yeah, beautiful artwork. Some lovely diagrams.
All set up. Just need the controller.
All the baddies you're
all the baddies
shooting out of the sky.
That's right. It's a shooter in the vein of Galaga.
Yes.
So if you like Galaga, you are gonna love this game.
Nostalgic?
I love Galaga.
Nostalgic. Magical butter knife will be a special item in a future RPG. Yeah. There you
Yeah, the
go.
magical butter knife. And you need it to open something,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Oh, we can take out the easier pieces now. Thank
Oh,
goodness.
yes, thank you.
Those are nice to get out.
They do start to
It's like
hurt.
taking off boots,
Out of a while.
tight boots after a long day.
Oh, yeah,
You're
if
like,
you've been in them all day
"Oh."
long. All right. Very nice.
And a beautiful poster as per usual.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
so-
actually done, says B.R. Pocock.
Done. Oh, have you
The
added
magical
it,
butter knife.
added it to your new RPG,
All right. There's the cart there
which
for
I believe
you.
will be on display at PRGE this year. Okay, so let's take a look at Xenowings.
Lovely.
I think I prefer Xenowings because it
Xenowings
sounds
or
Canadian.
Xenowings?
Because it's Z, Xeno. And if you say Z, Xenowings, Xenowings, I don't know.
I think it just depends on who came up with the name and how
That's
they
true.
pronounce it. I think
That's
that's
what I always go
personally
by.
the more important, but
I try and always
sometimes it doesn't matter. Long E, Xenowings,
Z.
says AtariAge.
Oh,
Xenowings.
It's American then.
Z.
Z.
Xeno.
XYZ.
That's okay.
Even though it's an X. Okay, let's pop it in. Get you some gaming.
Well, that's how I pronounce it. Doesn't mean it's correct.
Oh. That's true. Oh, we can get this
Oh.
to the chat now.
Nice.
Oh, it might be quiet, but
What, the chat?
I'll fix that. No.
Oh, the game. Yeah, I can't hear the
Xenoblade Chronicles suffers. from
Xenoblade.
that,
Xenoblade.
Oh,
Oh, good.
I didn't
Yeah,
switch it over.
Xenoblade. That's how.
so let's restart it.
I never knew XE was Z or Z.
XE, yeah.
Has the same inflection.
It's very interesting. Wonder where that
interesting.
comes from.
Yeah.
Hi.
So I would say Z, not, or I would say Z, not Z, when I see XE. Interesting. I learned something today.
That's right. Pronunciation.
Yeah.
Dune. Very clever. D,
Yeah.
U, N, E, all the same symbol.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Alright. There's sound options. Alright. Well,
So we've got a
arcade.
caravan mode as well for those who want to play it in competition. Let's go to arcade. Jump right into it.
Excellent. Jaguar goodness, says Atari
Oh,
Beer
yeah.
Pong. Absolutely.
The planetary system teeters on the brink of annihilation. A ruthless alien species, the Xenowings or Xenowings, an insectoid race born from the darkest corners of the galaxy, has breached our defenses with unmatched speed and ferocity. They have obliterated our fleets and now threaten to overrun colonies. All seemed lost until now.
Died. Unbelievable.
Oh no! And you even practiced this a little bit
I
the other
did.
day.
I did. Absolutely
How
did.
embarrassing! Yeah, I stole that from Red Letter Media.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing! Or no,
I
Jay
didn't mean to
says
kill him.
that,
Oh, well.
Actually, not Mike.
Doing terrible right off the bat.
So there's 25 levels in this game. Good luck getting to 25. It's a haul. I can't remember how you went right into it.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna have to take over.
No. And I'm dead again. How?
Get in there.
No.
Oh,
I
you don't
can't.
have any ships left.
I'm
Oh
just horrific. Just horrific.
Just horrific.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let's start over.
Yes, let's start over. So there is mono and stereo sound, I guess, if you just have a mono output.
Yes.
So you can switch to that so you don't miss anything. And it's got high scores. There's a bunch of bosses and grunts. Hornet, Scarab, Beetle, Bumble, Stonefly, Fire Wings, Emerald Wings, Onyx Wings, Silver Wings, Gold Wings. Unfortunately, the developers couldn't be with us today, so I do not have any write-up from them.
Oh, that's
unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still will have plenty of opportunity to display it.
That's right.
I have a question to ask you, though.
Oh, we do have fun facts. So there's a little write-up in the back of the manual. Get in there! James didn't add in streamer difficulty, +5.
Yes, exactly. Everything is 5 times harder.
Always cats. Up to no good. Are you up to no good? Always. They got fed just before the show, despite their... Okay, I'm going to take over next game.
I swear,
So, fun facts about the game. Xenowings took 2.5 years to complete. We started in March of 2022 and finished in September 2024. This game has been written in pure assembly language, and the core game contains about 36,791 lines of code. This handcrafted code leverages all 3 processors of the Jaguar, the primary CPU and the Jaguar's unique coprocessors, Tom and Jerry, the GPU and DSP.
Oh, you get caught on the edges. I hate it.
Never go to the edges.
Oh.
And only in desperation. All the graphics are displayed in the Jaguar's unique 16-bit CRY Cry color mode. This gives us the ability to use the RMW option on select sprites to create semi-transparent effects. Yeah, the clouds passing in front and the little stars, it is actually absolutely gorgeous looking game. All collisions in the game are pixel precise. So you're not going to find yourself like, you didn't even touch me, and it's like this bounding box that's way too big. Oh, you're getting pushed into the corner.
I know, the corners.
Go under them. There you go. Xenowings uses custom sound routines and is able to play up to 8 channels of music in stereo. Oh, Cyrano says, this game is great. Stay left. They go right 95% of the time.
But I always get caught on the left. So there you go. It's the shots. The shots get me.
I think he's talking about the enemies, but yeah, the shots will get you on the left.
The shots are what get me when it gets overwhelming. It's very, very complicated.
Look at them spin around. They're getting dizzy.
Really, really like come out in force. It's all about surviving the initial rounds, I feel like.
Dang, they move super quick. And it's gorgeous, moving, I'm guessing, at 60 frames per second. Yeah. It's super, super smooth. The Jaguar is a beast for 2D games, which I love.
Yes.
High-end, detailed graphic 2D games.
Yes.
Absolutely my favorite. I'm so happy I finally got a Jaguar. I mean, I've had it for a little while now, but it was a long time coming when I first wanted to get it, because I just love the detailed graphics on it. There is one weapon power-up, which is a double ship, which, did you get one yet?
I had it, yeah, but I find it's bigger.
Yeah, it's always a trade-off, right?
It is a trade-off between sneaking between bullets and having that extra shot.
Yeah.
It's not a double shot, it's a wider shot. Oh, sure. But
you're not much wider, right? Or
I feel like you're wider.
You're a little bit wider.
Like if you look, you get a little bit wider, but for some reason I have a really hard time keeping it. So, especially when you hit the next round and they all come in spinning.
It says you turn into Super Fighter.
Super Fighter. I like it.
I mean, it's not as wide as like Galaga, which is literally 2 ships.
Yes.
So you do get, but you also get 2 separate shots in Galaga.
Yes.
This one's a wider shot.
It's a wider shot.
So it's kind of evens out in that respect. So you're not as wide, but your shot's not as wide. Galaga, you're wider. You're still playing.
It's true.
Don't give up.
I keep thinking I'm dead, but I'm not dead. Not yet.
You're after this one.
Well, it knocks a ship back, but it doesn't kill you. No! Chaos.
There's a lot of chaos.
I can't see which.
Merry-go-round.
Yeah, can't barely see what's happening.
The shots are nice. They do stand out because they're multi-flashing colors, so stand out no matter what kind of background they're against.
I will quit, and then you can start from the beginning, or do you want to start from here? Start from here.
Sure.
Start from here.
Yeah, we don't want to...
Watch out. Oh, starts immediately.
Are you hammering the button, or were you holding it down?
I was going back and forth.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
this was my question to you.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to hold or to hammer? Because there is a spacing between the shots.
It depends.
And sometimes if there's a lot on the screen, I'll hold it down, but holding it doesn't give you sometimes exactly the right timing you need. So I go back and forth.
If I don't need precision, I will hold it. But if I need precision, then you do it one by one. If I have all my ships, I need to get captured. Come on.
If they do it.
No? Nobody? Nobody? Bueller? No? Okay. You're getting well shot then.
Yeah. You missed your shot. Ooh, he's coming down. He was coming down for that.
Oh.
He came straight down. I think they come straight down when they...
Okay, they don't wander around?
They don't wander back and forth, if I'm not mistaken. They have a slightly different movement.
I mean, I do prefer to hold the
He might be
down.
going. There you go.
Yeah. So he has a different pattern.
Slightly different
when he comes
pattern.
down.
Like those guys go back and forth.
You can see the little flashing lights on the runway below, which I'm assuming is a runway.
It does confuse me sometimes, though.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, what's that?
But that's what I think is great about the game is there is a beautiful background going, and it can make it a little challenging. Like, am I looking at shot? Am I looking at bad guys?
It looks like I could get my double ship by just shooting them in formation.
Yeah,
too.
you just shoot them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes it so
It's not like
much
Galaga where you
easier.
have to shoot him and not your ship.
I always shoot my ship.
Yeah. Pitoko. A wider shot is not as effective as two standard shots, because if one of them hit an enemy, the other continues to probably hit another. Yes, I agree. I like the double shot. So it's similar, but not exactly the same as Galaga, for sure.
Yeah.
And their shots are wider, too.
Yeah.
Like, their shots are more of an obstacle in Xenowings?
Xenowings? Now we're confused.
Xenowings?
Either works. Till we get... I'll have to look up see if the developers have done a voice or video interview and pronounced it themselves. It's like somebody pronouncing their name. It's like, well, unless you hear them pronounce their name, you don't know exactly how it's supposed to be said. And that's what I'm sticking to for GIF. Or GIF. GIF is wrong because... is it GIF? Now I'm confused. Because the developer of that GIF did
GIF,
pronounce it, and they're very insistent. I think it's GIF as in giraffe.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I've said GIF my whole life, so it just sounds weird. It sounds like, was it GIF? Which was the peanut butter?
Yes, it's the peanut butter.
Yeah, I just think of peanut butter whenever you say that, so it doesn't seem quite right. Do they still make it?
Jiffy peanut butter? I'm sure they do.
Jiffy?
We're not one for icing sugar peanut butter. I just want just peanuts.
I don't know if they still make it.
I mean,
Anyway,
it's quite an adjustment from...
Give the gift of GIF. Yeah, of GIF, exactly. Jaffix interchange
I know,
format.
that's why there's an argument, because it stands for graphics.
Graphics,
But the developer pronounces it...
Yeah. I don't like it either, says AtariAge.
It's confusing. It's a confusing mess. But you have to go with the developer.
I don't know if you have to.
You have to go.
They sometimes they lose control over it after a while, so.
It's like your name is pronounced wrong. You're pronouncing your name wrong. It's
different.
It's Titania, isn't it?
No.
Oh no, but I think you pronounce your name wrong.
My name?
It's Titania.
Not Titania. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Tanya or Tanya.
No, that's what I'm saying. You pronounce it two different ways. So
I know.
I had to come up with a third.
It's different when it's a proper name.
I don't know.
I don't think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is. Lol.
Lol.
I need a T-shirt with that on it. You mean Jaffix interchange format?
Oh, I like what Nostalgic says there,
Yes.
where it's highlighted.
Oh,
read that.
I'm starting to use Z in my inner monologues. You've all corrupted me.
Yes, corrupt the Americans. Come to the dark side of the rest of the world. You do know you speak English from England, right?
Oh, don't even get started with that.
No,
don't
no,
even
I
get
won't.
started.
We all have to start talking Old English now.
Old English, yeah.
Shakespeare and
so no one can understand each other, right?
That's right.
I find all of that very interesting.
It is. I love watching videos
what is it?
about...
Ideology? Ideology? Is that what it's called?
Etymology.
Etymology.
Yeah, not entomology. There's no bugs in it, but etymology. I love etymology.
Yeah, me too.
And there's lots of really great videos online about the history of words and the evolution.
Yeah, where they come from, how they
evolved, and borrowed words from different languages, and how even the different spellings, how the spelling influenced how it's pronounced. Endlessly fun.
Yeah, and it's so interesting.
It's just a mess, especially English.
Yeah,
because there's some languages that are like, no, this is how it's done.
Yeah,
this is how you pronounce it. There's no new words.
I wouldn't say there are many languages like that. Most languages change.
But like Spanish is quite sad.
True.
Quebec French is quite sad.
No, but I mean French is the language, and there's
but
different.
They're more flexible with their language.
No, it's true, but there's different ways of speaking French. In the same way, there are different ways of speaking English. So.
Yes.
So that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
And yet we all generally understand each other. So
generally.
Yeah.
Even though there's a bunch of different dialects of even English where you're like, are they speaking English? Where they could write it out and you'd understand. Yeah. It's kind of like Chinese.
Ye old GIF hath no other name. There you go, Atari Beer Pong. Hey, it's Kev.
Hey, Kev.
Spanish is good like that.
Okay,
yeah.
I have to give up on this.
Okay, you'll keep playing. You'll play it for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
So.
Because we have one more.
Yes, one more
game to get to.
And our AtariAge day.
Go.
And since you're not interviewing anyone, we're just rambling on, so it'll just be like any old stream.
The developer is in the chat
for
the next game.
Good. Is that Cyrano?
Yeah, he didn't know if he was going to be able to make it.
Okay.
He can answer answers
via chat.
In the chat.
Yes.
Actually, he didn't come up with any questions, so he's going to have to come up with his own questions to answer.
Or the chat can come up with questions.
The chat.
Yeah, there we go.
So let me just put this back in. Since we're in no rush anymore. We're not on a timetable, which is nice. Got one more game to play, and it's also a Jaguar game. It is Jumping at Shadows by Reboot.
Hey, Reboot. Cyrano says, I'm expecting a phone call I can't miss, so I bet they call now. Well, we'll see.
Of course they will.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, yeah, he wasn't knowing whether he could do it or not.
That's fair.
Still doesn't know. No, it's not easy for everybody.
Nope. We're just happy that anyone who can does show up.
Okay. Oh, I'm already starting to open it.
Oh.
So let's not do that. Let's put this aside and switch over to the cat cam.
Or for now,
which is the
unboxing cam.
And we'll read out what this game is all about. This is Jumping at Shadows for the Jaguar, or Jaguar, depending, by Lawrence Staveley, Cyrano J. He is a 5-time Atari Homebrew Award winner. And this game, Jumping at Shadows, won for Best Game and also Best Work in Progress. And we debuted the exclusive final version of this game on August 6, 2024 on ZeroPage Homebrew. So, let's take a look at all the goodies in here. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff. So we've got the cartridge, we've got the game manual here. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Who's done by William Thorpe.
Nice.
None other than BitJag, doing another amazing job. Look at these. This beautiful black and kind of teal blue-gray. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Goes right along with the aesthetics of the game. Oh no, Jaguar versus Jaguar.
Jaguar, there you go.
It's a Jaguar.
Jaguar. Jaguar. What do we say? Jaguar?
No.
Jaguar? I can't even think now. Jaguar?
This is just some people have over the
Jaguar.
the years, people have come on to the chat and said, "You're saying it wrong." It's Jaguar.
The Jag, that's right.
All the Europeans thinking it's a car or something.
Jaguar.
It's not a car. It was not made in Europe. It's a Jaguar.
Jaguar. Jaguar console. Jaguar car.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just messing with me.
Yeah. You got to go with the developer. Yeah.
That's right.
It's Jaguar.
The developer of the game.
Oh,
so each
there you
game
go.
has its different pronunciation.
Cyrenus is Jaguar. Okay.
Okay.
Jag for short.
Yep. So here's all the credits. Music by Roald Strauss. Nice. Animation design, Ander Lex. Coding and game engine, Lauren Staveley. Tile sets by Zazdi Art. Additional art, William Thorpe. Story by Lauren Staveley. Loading animation, Sen Dreisen. And manual and box art, William Thorpe. Published by AtariAge. And of course, with such a beautiful box art comes a beautiful poster
Very nice.
for you to safely hide away in the box like I do. Or you can post it on your wall.
Yeah.
Because it is beautiful. And a sealed envelope, which I will not open because I don't like damaging things. It says, do not open until told, and nobody's told me to open it yet. Because we haven't finished the whole game.
Oh, that's true. We haven't.
So I'm guessing at the end of the game, as an accomplishment, you get to open this.
Nice.
So I can't open it yet.
No.
So let's pop the game into...
Vitoko's just adding to the conversation by saying Jaguar.
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 Spanish, Jaguar.
Oh, yes.
Spanish pronunciation.
Jaguar. There you go. If you can remember all the buttons that lays the bombs.
It will take me a couple of deaths before it all settles back in.
That's right.
As
we
it
have the
usually
manual
does.
handy here.
It's true. Okay.
So let me switch over to the game.
All right. Let's get it started. Love, love, love the mood of this game.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not the red. Yeah, the red Jaguar of
death.
Jaguar of death. Jaguar.
You know, sometimes it's
inside is the message. Oh,
that's better. When it's working,
Gray?
It takes a little bit.
Oh,
to get
you mean
going.
like it takes a little bit of, yeah.
Takes some prep.
There we go.
It skips that whole unnecessary intro.
Look at that, beautiful.
So nice.
Oh. Love it.
Going with the Cuphead look.
Yes.
Which is awesome. I love that animation.
Yeah, me too. Soul game, it's a mood.
It's a mood.
B to play. Option to change settings.
B. Okay. So B is jump or talk. And twice for double jump. And A is dash forward. And there's lots of little people to talk to and dialogue. Keeping in the shadows, remaining out of sight, it was the only way to survive in the new world created by the Overlord. Oppression and corruption were rife. Life was a constant struggle. Let me get the volume correct for this one. Every volume's different. Okay. And for laying the bombs, because you will need to lay bombs. That's the one I always forget.
Are these all ones we've been to before, or are we starting at level 1?
Oh, I've been to all these.
Okay.
But you can just jump into, like, say the second level or something.
Sure.
Don't go into the instructional one.
No, that's the first one.
Yeah,
that's fine. It's like
if they're purple, you've unlocked them. There you go.
Okay, let's just.
Don't go in that one. Okay, go
that
into
one?
that one.
Oh, sorry. Don't go into that one?
Yeah, I said don't go into the first one.
Oh, I thought you meant the one below.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
that
fine.
I came out of. Never mind.
This is like
it's
the
prologue. Can I get
one.
out? No, I can't.
Yeah. Go press those two buttons at once, and it exits out of most Jaguar games. That's like the shortcut.
Gotcha.
So 3 is to drop the bomb.
3.
Let's play.
But there's a shortcut too.
That is. Oh yeah, there is a shortcut. Or the Y button. Oh, I think that's on the control pad.
So none of the level 2s?
Oh, yeah, do that one. Do
this one?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It's like down, isn't it? Down and or up and jump.
It's down and jump or up and jump.
Oh my gosh, it's been a while.
We'll get there. We'll wait till we need to. Don't talk to those guys. We don't need to hear what they have to say. You can actually plant a bomb anywhere, so I would try it first over there. So like down in C or up in C, or up in A, down in A. There you go. Down in C.
Down in A. Or C, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the buttons are C, B, A.
Up in C. Oh.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to dash on this one.
Oh, definitely.
And we played through a fair amount of this on the stream on After Dark. Atari CBA with a button order. You're out of order. Moth did what he could to get by and always helped others when he could. Little did he know that he was destined for something bigger. A note slipped under his door in the dead of night, the sound of hover propulsion drifting away. I've seen you around, always wanting better things and helping those in need. Now I need your help. Laura was taken and locked away for nothing more than shining a light for a child to read in the darkness. Please help me get her back. Ernie. A meeting was arranged, plans were made, constructing a crude portal from leftover parts scattered around was not easy, but now Moth has arrived inside the cell where Laura is being held captive. Moth must break her out. The time is now. The revolution. This is a brilliant, moody platformer with insane graphics and level design. Get up. Yeah. Destruction. And they don't come back like Bones in Super Mario World. You know those Mr. Bones? What is it? What is that?
Oh,
Dr. Bones.
Dry Bones?
Dry Bones, yes. So they stay dry.
Bones, yeah.
I want to download this game and play on my game drive. I don't think that option is available right now. But you never know in the future. So there's some crates, there's platforms. Those are electric, not electric platforms. Those are, well, spikies. I don't know if they outlined them in the manual. I don't think so. They're spikes. Everybody knows what spikes are. Don't land on spikes. There's portals, blue portals, transport Moth to other levels. Magenta portals are found at the end of the chapters and the gateways.
Oh, come on.
Oh, digital download in my Patreon store. I stand corrected. There you go. Huge ass, your time is now.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no, I wasn't powered back up. I'm terrible at this right now.
It does, if you haven't played it in a while.
I know.
It takes a little bit of
not quite enough.
Getting used to, again, all the intricacies of all the movements and platforms. And that's why there's a intro level to practice on. Go! There's keys to collect. There's doors to open with those keys. There's copter buddies. There's things that shoot lasers. There's mechs that walk around. Those guys right there are robots. A common sight in this jury place. Some have shields, some don't. All of them want you dead. You can pop in their heads and extinguish their beady little red eyes. Or shoot them.
That works.
Sometimes it's better to shoot them if you're not on the same platform as them, because you can shoot them from a distance. But it depends if you're above them, hopping on them. There's a really good variety of ways to complete levels and to get around a level as well. There's also fire demons, which have not blow torches, but something else that shoots fire. The name escapes me right now. Napalm! And there's Cyclops Guardians that float in the air. Bouncers, Sentinels, Spider Bots, Spike Bombs, Star Killers, and Wall Launchers. It is, to be pedantic, head and egg. Why complicate a short word into 3 syllables? Yay, you did it! And you got 6 out of 6. So sometimes there's hidden ones, and it's best to try and find those hidden ones, because later, as you collect them, they open the doors.
Yes.
On the overworld.
Yes.
So at the end, it'll give you...
Oh, I need to do that.
Give you kind of an overview of how many you've collected so you can open the next one. And sometimes if you don't find all of them, you'll have to go back and revisit a level to go find them all. Yeah. So each area of
I see.
Each level has like a different tactic you have to use to. Yeah, so Tanya had to run and then do a double jump, but after she was out of the way. And that guy you can't jump on him. I don't know if you can shoot him. You can't just avoid him. I think you could probably bomb him. You do have unlimited bombs.
That's true.
But you could just avoid him. You could show a bomb off. Let's try that. Wrong
Forgot
button.
down.
It was up.
Yep. Oops. Oh, there's one right there.
Yes, this is a very nice Jaguar joystick. I am so happy I got it because I always try and get an arcade style joystick for all of my systems because I'm so used to playing every single style of game with an arcade style joystick. I can play them with the game pads, but I find I'm not as precise. I think the only time I like using a gamepad is when it's a game where it's kind of an open flying type game where the thumb pad just moves you around and you don't need precision.
3. Yeah, you can just press 3 too.
Yes, for a shortcut. Yeah. But if you want to keep your hands on the 3 buttons, which I normally do, you can use the other shortcut.
He's not a frog. I don't think he's a frog. Oops. Oh my goodness.
I mean, he's kind of hunched over. It's a frog in a jacket. No. He's Moth. He is green. That might be a green mask. I don't think it outlines that. Is there lore behind his outfit? Jumping at Shadows is a platform game for the Atari Jaguar. You control the hero Moth through many levels, initially attempting to escape and then locating and overthrowing the corrupt overlord and bringing light back to the world. It is a game played in shadow and light, and sometimes in pitch black darkness, like right now, with lightning.
Oh! I'm just hitting the wrong buttons. Very not helpful at all. Not helpful at all.
Moth is a mysterious figure, so he is fully cloaked up. And possibly wearing a green mask. And it does save your progress. So you can come back to it, as you've seen, because I have all my progress saved. I'm getting pretty close to the end. I think I have a couple levels left.
You have a couple, yeah.
But I've been just so busy in the last couple months with just a variety of things.
You haven't
We're on
gotten to the end.
vacation, all these massive amounts of interviews. There's a lot of games waiting in the wings for After Darks, which is our series where we play games in the long haul of things. Progress. I do listen to some prog bands, not too many. Has to be like prog punk or prog rock, but the right type of prog rock. There's a Vancouver band.
Just do it over
that
and
I do
over again.
really like.
Prog rock band?
Yeah, prog punk band. Propagandhi. So good. So good. They rarely... The problem with local bands sometimes is that they don't play locally very often because they're like sick of playing locally, or they think they've saturated the number of concerts they get to play. So they've released a new album and they have no date scheduled for Vancouver. And it's like, come on, guys. I want to see you play your new album. Data or data? Depends on what you're talking about or who you're talking about. If it's TNG, it's data. And I think I do switch back and forth depending as well. Double jump, then a dash.
I want to dash when I'm up there.
There's a bad guy on the other side, though.
I know.
With a shield.
I want to dash when I get up there. That's why I keep messing back.
Oh, yeah, jump on his head. That's a good way. Oh. Oh, he's taking a lot of hits. With a guy with a shield, you can't? Maybe you can't. Well, you can double jump off of him, maybe, to get on that platform. Oh, no, you can't. Land on the ground and shoot him or jump on the platform.
Oh, I can't. Oh! Got confused. Want to go? You play for a little bit. You're better at it than me.
I'll have to refamiliarize myself. Jump, double jump, dash, shoot. Okay, we are going. Oh, no, we're not. Who's drinking a beer? I am drinking water. He's drinking
soda.
Soda.
Still early in the day for us.
We went to a concert last night, so
yes,
we
got all our beer drinking out of our system there.
That's right.
And by our, I mean mine.
That's right. I am perpetually the designated driver. Yeah, we went to see 5 bands last night. Since we're kind of done with AtariAge. Almost done. We're still playing the last game, but we can ramble now. Yay!
There's rambling.
Went to see 5 bands last night. They would be classified as post-punk.
Yes.
Bands.
Well, and a very
rock,
goth, new wavy.
It's like a fluctuating mix. Depends on which band.
It was very good. Very enjoyable.
Very enjoyable. Every band was very, very good. The last band, we didn't stick around too long for them. I was also very tired.
We were both very tired.
No. But all the other bands were very, very good.
Yes.
The mixing of the sound left a lot to be desired, let's say.
They were having a lot of trouble.
There was an incessant low, I would say, vibration that he could have EQ'd out, that I would have liked him to EQ out, let's say.
Cyrano's back!
Cyrano, how'd your conversation go on the phone?
It was a phone call.
It was a call. Yeah. Meetings generally go like that.
Yeah.
It was a call. Don't think I can get up there.
Yes, you can. No, maybe not. Can't double jump and
there's
zap.
No wall jumping in
and
this.
Blast up too. Double jump and blast.
Yeah.
There you go.
I forgot about that.
Energy, whatever it is. Hi, cat. It was private and confidential, Cicero. Yep. That's fine.
No!
Oh no!
I should have killed them first. It was private and confidential. Pretty decent turnout. The club is kind of weird in that the name of the club is not outside the club, and it got shut down in 2018, but it's not shut down.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird. I mean, it's a great club. It used to be a little bit rough in appearance, not in clientele.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna shoot them. But now it's quite nice, actually.
Yeah, not bad. Small venue.
There we go.
Small venue for music.
Yeah, good small venue, which I like. So there's lots of options for different bands to come through at different levels of bands.
But it was fun.
And you bought a T-shirt.
I bought a T-shirt of a band that I really like, who I think is
who we really went for.
Yeah.
The other ones were
bonus. Very good, and I think is
good.
Just so underrated. No one knows about them, but
absolutely underrated.
Yeah, they're very good. Urban Heat.
Urban Heat is so good.
From Texas, Austin.
Really good live. No! I did have a checkpoint there, though.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And we've saw them before in Bellingham?
Yeah.
And I listened to them before. Oh, God, I went too early.
It's dark, yeah.
Now, did I listen to them before? I do. I always listen to the bands before going. So.
Yeah.
And I was like, there was 3 bands in this really. Oh my God, I thought that was not as spiky as it was.
It's very spiky.
In this really small venue.
Yeah.
Like the stage was minuscule in the Bellingham show.
This one wasn't that big either, to be honest.
Bigger, but not that much bigger.
Yeah. But it was a good time.
It's a good time.
Good time.
everybody there was having a lot of fun, singing along. Mostly to Urban Heat. I saw a lot of people
I
knowing
was
the lyrics.
because I knew the lyrics to them. The other bands, not so much, so there you go.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people went for Urban Heat, even though they weren't the headliners.
Technically, no. Oh! Did you get a checkpoint?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Everybody was Kung Fu fighting? A couple people.
Yeah.
No. I would say the goth, industrial, dark wave band or audiences are the best behaved audiences out of probably any genre, unless it's like a band from like the 70s where everybody in the audience is like super old and can't cause trouble. Yeah, it's they're very well behaved. Oh.
When SFX, when a chopper gets hit. Yes. I Cyrano. So Cyrano's just saying, I gotta say that is one of my favorite parts of the game. The special effects when a chopper gets hit and it dive bombs to the ground.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that one is amazing.
Here's one to watch. It's pretty dark, so you don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Nostalgic
beautiful.
says, I've enjoyed some live music, but I find the sound mix almost always favors the instruments over the singer. So if I'm not familiar with the song already, I don't know what I'm hearing. I agree, and I think that was an issue.
For the most part,
for some of the earlier bands, you couldn't even hear what they were singing. It was the sound was not
backup
the
singers'
best.
mics were not even on.
Yeah.
For some of the time.
And then other bands were coming up, and they're like, "Oh, it's changed from sound check," and everyone was getting on the stage and like
they were mad.
They were mad. They were like
the last band was really mad.
Yeah. Like interrupting
Urban Heat was fairly
their music.
mad, but they got it sorted out to their liking. It's like
it's a shame.
Turn down the track in my earbuds. And he said that like 3 times in between songs.
Not good.
And it was not turned down. The problem with the microphone level is that if it's too high or it's EQ'd wrong, it'll feed back into the microphone.
Yeah.
But you can do it. And if you're a decent mixer on the board and EQ it right, you can do it. I'm not going to...
Keep going? You're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there really is no excuse to not having it loud enough, or just bring everything else down.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to have it blaringly loud.
No.
So we have earplugs that we use now to go to concerts.
As one does when you...
And it's so much more enjoyable.
It is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And don't get those orange things and just stuff them in your ears, like for construction site. There are cheap enough ones, like $30.
Yeah, $35, $40 that are designed.
Spend a little bit more money, and it's magic.
Maybe a little more now. I can't remember. We just bought some new ones, but maybe $50 Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian. So $30 for you.
But that are designed for listening to music.
And all it does is like turns down the volume.
Yeah.
Really does. Like
they're really good.
Tiny bit of muffling. But after you have them in for a bit, you don't even notice. Like your brain adjusts and re-EQs in your brain, just like your brain can do white balancing. Yeah. your like your eyes and brain cooperate.
Yeah.
It does. It's magic. Your brain's pretty magic. So that brings us to the end of AtariAge Day 2025.
Yes.
Summer edition.
Summer edition, winter edition
Day
to come.
2, part 2. Yeah. Winter edition to come after PRG, probably just before they go into the store, I'm guessing. So that would be probably a good time. Not go into the store, but get sent out to people. And I believe that's scheduled for November-ish at this time.
Perfect.
If Al's still watching. So, yeah, we'll have 10 to 12 more games then.
Wow.
We'll see if we have to
It's
break
a lot
it up.
of games.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you,
Huge
Huge
Ass.
Ass.
We made it through.
Woo!
17 plus 1 interviews. Because we
Nice.
did talk with Al at the
Nice.
top of day 1.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's
Yeah.
Al. Thank you for everyone who participated and watched the stream today, and thanks for all the amazing developers, artists, designers, musicians, testers, and others who made all these games a reality. I couldn't say it better myself, Al.
Much fun.
This is all these releases are the culmination of years.
A lot
years
of work.
And years. Like if you add them
and dedication and
end
time.
to end,
Yeah.
you know, everybody's time, decades probably
Yes. Yeah.
of work, off and on, full-time, part-time, for everybody to enjoy. I know I love playing these games from the first work in progress, early stages, you know, finding the bugs, all the way through this momentous occasion where we get to play
Yes.
and unbox these games, talk to the developers,
Yeah.
see what they have to say about their game releases. I love every step of the way.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Cyrano adds, and thank you to ZPH for showcasing these and other games, sometimes the only exposure they get, and always with positivity.
Well, we love playing them, so
Yes.
of course we're going to be positive about them. They're so much fun.
And how can you be negative
I don't know.
about
Yeah.
any of this? This is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
Not only to make a game,
Yeah.
but to finish a game and to put all of this together. The packaging, the manual, the artwork, it's such a huge undertaking. I can't help but showcase this huge effort from the community, all the community members. And some of these games, this is the only exposure they get. And that's why I made the show. Because
Yes.
I saw that games, amazing games, weren't getting the coverage they deserve at the high level of quality of presentation that they deserve. It's like, I saw the forums, it's like somebody said, "Oh, great game, thanks." And that was like, that's it? You need to play these games extensively and talk to the developers. And, you know, some of these people, like the people back in the 80s, never even got coverage for their games.
Oh,
like,
no. Yeah.
It's absolutely astounding. And I like that this show is almost a time capsule from when we started, 2008, continuing
2018.
to 2018. I always say that.
2008.
2008,
I'm like,
way back.
That's a long time.
We'll do it forever. 2018
Yes.
up till now, all the interviews and all the iterations of the game, like they're out there to see and to look on YouTube as in an archive. It's ZPH is positive. Even with the roughest first cuts of a game, it's really great to see. And that is intentional to be that positive, because I like to see
Well,
the positivity
continue, right?
Yeah, I want to see these developers who put this effort in to continue and make their second, their third game, and I love seeing the evolution.
Or to polish the game from
Yes.
that rough cut too, right?
And that's something else we do,
Yeah.
is we give suggestions.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you could do this, and you know, not always they take it on,
Oh, well,
because they have their own vision.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe it's not aligned with what I want to see, or some other people want to see, but even like bug finding, that's helpful. Like, so, we found this tiny little bug, and it's like,
Sometimes
that's one less bug.
they're very, very fun bugs. So,
They are fun bugs. It's like we jumped. Like I found one.
Yamo on the moon.
She found Yamo on the moon.
I will never
and,
forget that. That was pretty crazy.
And Dasher, the upcoming game from Atari's Maximus, I jumped outside of the play area.
Oh, did you?
I was still alive.
I love that.
And jumping around.
That's fun.
I could hear it, but he can't see me, and I couldn't escape. It's so much fun when you find like the really crazy bugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailing the gameplay fun first doesn't usually lead to impressive visuals, which can come later.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everything evolves.
Gameplay first.
Yes.
It has to be fun. Get that fun factor, and you can add music and sound and the graphics after. And that's sometimes how it evolves. It's like, okay, nail the jumping, nail the gravity, nail the collisions, and the feel of the game. If there's like something pushes into something, is the reaction time right? Oh, thank you, Atari Beer Pong!
Yay!
For subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing. Also a fan of Atari Beer Pong's show as well.
Yes, go check him out.
Yes,
he plays Atari
streams
stuff
almost every weekday, weeknight.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Go subscribe to his or follow his channel.
Follow his channel as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays Atari ST, a lot of Atari ST stuff.
Yeah.
So go check him out.
Yep.
But we are done for today. We'll be back with our regularly scheduled programming on Tuesday.
Yes.
Which is shorter of a time than normal, because we usually broadcast on Friday. and it's Sunday today. But we have some very fun shows coming up, and I am going to show you what those shows are. It is, we just did that, AtariAge, or we are still doing that, AtariAge Day 2025 Summer Edition. We are going to be playing Lord's Gladiator. We have the boxed version of it, retail.
Very cool.
We're going to be playing Asteroid Miner, Panel de Pawn, and maybe another game as well. But on Friday, we have the exclusive world premiere of Dino Eggs.
Oh, yes.
For the Atari 2600. Not only that, we have a live video interview with Carlos Centeno.
Nice.
Raymond C. And also, my voice is just giving out, a special guest, the original developer for the game for the Apple II, David H. Schroeder from 1983 developed this, I believe. And we're going to have him and the video chat as well. That's very exciting. We're going to talk all about Dino Eggs. I played this back in the day on my Commodore 64. I'm so excited to reveal this. I was a beta tester for Dino Eggs. It's going to be a fun time. We also have coming up Cosmic Hero 2 exclusive world premiere for the Atari 8-bit.
Nice.
On my birthday, October 3rd. We have a spotlight on Albert Irusso sometime just before PRGE to talk more about AtariAge, get in depth with it, and maybe we'll get a sneak peek at some PRG 2025 releases.
Cool.
Maybe he'll have some boxes ready.
Nice.
Show them on the screen for a second.
Nice.
And then we're headed off to PRGE for a 4-day broadcast. Yeah, he's going to be more frenzied at that point, so we'll try and find you on a day that is a low day.
Well, yeah, we'll have to.
Which none of them are, I know.
Keep your cats in the room so you have someone to pet as you're chatting. You know,
you can prepare and burn carts while we interview.
While we're interviewing.
Because that's going to be part of the interview. It's like, how do you make carts? Well, let me show you.
Any time, but they don't ship well. That's the only thing.
Yeah, they don't ride to the vet very well, so shipping them off in a crate, might be a bit of a bad experience. See, he doesn't even like it.
No, doesn't like that idea.
Testy right now. Then we're off to PRG for a 4-day broadcast live from the event. Day 0, a sneak peek. We have to include Day 0.
Yeah.
Every good programmer has to start with Day 0. Then Day 1, we're going to be highlighting all the AtariAge new releases and works in progress. They usually have demo versions of new games coming up there. Day 2, floor tour. And Day 3, developer interviews, which is always fun. So we're going to do some live interviews of developers that are there hanging around PRGE. Bring them to PRGE.
Yo.
Oh, babies. We could...
Put them on a leash and run them around the floor.
No, I don't think that would work well. What we need to do is get those backpacks.
Oh, the little backpacks.
I don't know if you guys have seen these backpacks.
Oh, with the little... Yeah.
You turn the cats into spacemen.
Yeah, in their backpack.
They're in the bubbles.
They're so funny.
They can see out of the bubbles. It does have air holes.
Yeah.
Yes, the backpacks with the windows on them. They are hilarious.
No.
So we can each have a cat.
Oh, jeez.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
No.
That'd be the highlight. No, there's cats already at PRG.
Oh, because they always have kittens.
They're bringing back the kittens.
Oh, no.
So we may
going to be bringing cats back
So
from
we may
Portland?
not bring cats to Portland, but we may bring cats back
No,
from
we
Portland.
don't need more cats.
No, these 2 cats are stinky enough.
Yeah.
I don't think we can...
stink up the house all the time.
We can afford to have more stink.
No.
It's not about the cost of the cats, it's the stink of the cats.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we would love to... If we had double the space, we would definitely have a 3rd cat, I think.
Oh, really? You think so?
I don't know. I think we would manage to we have more litter boxes
Kitten
around.
cuddle adoption event. Yeah.
Oh, they're
kittens.
evil. They're so evil to show us these cute kittens.
I know.
Oh, should we bring some Portland cats back? I wonder how Sid would react. Atari would be like, oh, no, I'm too old for this.
Sid would love it.
I
Sid would be like...
survived Sid, and I can't go through another baby cat.
Yeah, no.
Sid would be like, oh my god!
Brother!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Bounce.
Yeah, he'd be so excited.
Let me show you the house.
Yeah.
I think Sid would love it.
Atari would just find a really high shelf and look down
go,
and be like, I'm not going down there.
The biggest sigh would come from Atari.
Yeah. He would be. It would be too much for him.
There'd be tons of hisses at first.
It would do him
That's
in.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Enough of cats. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Looking forward to the shows coming up too.
Yeah. So we'll see you all in 4 weeks?
4 weeks.
3 weeks?
For those who can make it.
Yep, for those of you who can make it.
Yeah.
If not, sit at home, relax, watch our broadcast.
Yes.
Be covering as much as we can of homebrew games, Atari games. The Atari booth is going to be there.
Yes.
AtariAge, of course, is our big focus. With all the new games coming out, we'll be mostly hanging around there.
Nice.
So if you want to find us, we'll probably usually be around the AtariAge booth, or you can look for us around.
I'll be wandering around.
Because my list of things after finally getting the Atari video music box thinger, it's next to zero.
There's not a lot of big things you need.
Some people have been pressuring me to buy an Atari ST.
Oh, really?
Because that's the last Atari system
Since
I don't have. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. They probably won't have the one I want,
Well, it depends
which is
what's there. So
the expensive one that can play everything.
Yeah.
The internet is at least 80% cats.
Yes, it's okay. Yes.
ST, TT, Falcon 30. Oh, Falcon. If anyone wants to donate a Falcon to me, it's well out of my price range.
Get a Mega ST if you get one, yeah.
And then the Folio, I guess. The Atari Folio, is that what it's called? It's like this calculator Atari. It does have games on it.
Oh, does it really?
You can make games for
funny.
it.
Yeah.
But portfolio.
Atari Beer Pong. I wouldn't pressure you about such things. Yes.
That's right. But we do have like the Atari ST and the Atari Homebrew Awards.
Yes.
And we've only been able to like emulate the games to show them off.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Do I have space for one? No.
No.
Do I have space for anything else?
No.
I'd have to get space somewhere else. See if my sister will
throw stuff in her basement.
Throw stuff in her basement. Yeah. What do you think, kittens? Get rid of you and get more systems? No. We like kittens more.
Yeah.
So we're done. This 6 hour long total.
Yeah.
AtariAge Day. It was a lot of fun.
Time.
Always
really good time.
Great to rapid fire talk to the developers.
Yeah.
And play the best of the best, of course, that AtariAge releases. Mm-hmm. And we'll see you soon.
Yes.
On Tuesday.
Yes.
With Tanya. Tuesdays with
Tuesday.
Tanya.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Have a great rest of the weekend if you have the rest of the weekend to enjoy.
Yep. Thank you so much, Al.
Yes.
Al says, I want to thank you both for all the work you put into supporting the Atari community. It is our pleasure.
Yes.
It's so much fun. If it wasn't fun, we definitely wouldn't do it, but it's so much fun. We had to make a show.
Yeah.
That was the impetus for starting this.
Yep.
And if you didn't see yesterday's stream, it's on YouTube. And this one will be on YouTube in an hour or so.
Yeah.
So if you missed the beginning, you can either rewind this stream here or catch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we're out of here. Say goodbye, kitties.
Bye.
Say goodbye, kitties. It's dinner time for us. You want some snacks too, I'm sure.
Yep.
So we'll see you on Tuesday for our regularly scheduled programming. So, we'll say bye to everyone in the chat. Nostalgic, Pseudographics, AtariAge, which is Al, Vitoko, Atari Beer Pong, friend of the show, Prow 7, Cyrano, who else? Mr. Atari.
Hugh Jass.
Oh, Mr. Atari.
Mr. Atari, new name,
Very official. Hugh Jass, Going. Oh, it's Kev.
It's Kev.
Scrolling up the chat.
Beer Pocock.
That's what we're doing when we're like, our Anschuetz.
Darryl, of course.
Meldrock. And everybody else who was lurking. And, of course, all the amazing developers that joined us live.
Yes. Awesome.
And we'll see you all online in the forums.
Yes.
And we'll see you back here on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We'll see you as well with more cat competitions.
Yes.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.